a boomer, so I should be live on Twitch now. Hopefully. Yes, somehow I'm live on Twitch. Well, that is exceptionally interesting. Hello everyone. Yeah, if someone's in the chat, let me know. So today we are doing the anniversary box tier list. Yeah, the tier list for Dragon Ball Super Card Game anniversary box, which just came out. I mean, like, it didn't come out. It's coming out next weekend. Yeah, but we're gonna do a full anniversary box live stream here, and yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. So we have over 70 leaders. We have over 70 leaders to go through, and before we begin, let me just check out everything that I have prepared for this. Yeah, okay, this one is definitely going to be something special, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be something special. I have never streamed on Twitch before, so... Oh, Tom is here! Let's see. Yeah, Tom, we will see. Give me like a minute to... Oh, and Peter is also here. Okay, guys, so... Oh, you got called, but I did not see it, Peter, no! Anyway, yeah. So, let's go then. Here is the tier list. Now let me just scroll up in a place where you can't see, and now let's go on about it. So here is the tier list, guys. We have, what do we have? We have about, let me see, 79 leaders. Let's just go over the tiers first, because I have a bit of a surprise for you. So tier 0, OP should be banned. Pretty self-explanatory for this one. Tier 1, meta defining, so the best of the best. Hey Mikey, welcome to the chat. Tier 1.5 is very high competitive, so the difference between 1 and 1.5 is just super minimal. It's super minimal, and we will see. You can, if you wish to do so, you can change some places from 1.5 and 1. It's more of a personal preference. I think 1 is just a bit cut above the rest. Pilot skill is, if you're not Mikey or Bigo or someone who really knows the deck better than anyone else in the world, like Peter Dance knows Invoker, you're not winning anything with this. If you really know the deck flawlessly, then you're just winning. That's tier 1.7. They're not necessarily worse than 1.5. Just kind of place them there. Tier 2, competitive or has competitive potential. So these ones are, they are either going to be in top 16 quite a lot, as they are competitive decks. They're worse than 1 and 1.5, of course, or they are decks which have competitive potential that needs to be proven yet. Tier 3 is Rogue. You know what Rogue decks are by now. They're maybe gonna sneak in some wins here and there. Tier 4, casual locals. Tier 5, actual trash. And then we're moving to Tier 6, One Piece card game. And Tier 7, Toa token deck. So, yeah, these are the tiers. And we have a whole bunch of leaders here. We have 70 something leaders. 79, I believe. So I have taken a whole bunch of things here, because like some of them got support. So let's check them out. Let's see how good they are at the moment. And some of them are just decks that actually should be on a tier list. So let's go about it with the first one, and I hate that Frieza is first, but it's BT1, so Tier Maker puts it as the first one. So how do we go about Frieza? Well, I don't believe that there is much to say. in regards to Frieza, because yeah, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed for this deck. It's still the same old. Don't fix what isn't broken. Nothing is here that made him any weaker than he is. So like Frieza is actually, I think I'm gonna put like Frieza is in tier 1.5. You can put him in 1 if you wish to do so. I think that in the current metagame, that Yellow Saiyans are better than Golden Frieza at the moment, though we will see Golden Frieza stop here and there. So that's why I'm gonna put him in 1.5. I want to be very sparing with tier 1. I don't want to use tier 1 as much. So I think like Frieza 1.5, very high competitive. You could make a statement that it is a meta-defining deck. You're not gonna be wrong if you do that. So with Frieza out of the way, we can finally move to a deck which just got some support. To a deck which got some awesome support, and that one is Gotenks. Okay, so Yellow Gotenks. I love this deck. I love this deck so much. I'm so happy that it finally got some support. Now, how good is Yellow Gotenks actually now? Well, hey chum, Frieza is a Yellow Saiyan. Ah yes, Frieza is a Yellow Saiyan. Tier 1. So, anyway, yeah, so Gotenks is... It's good. It's better. I mean, like, I don't think that anyone is going to make a statement that Gotenks is worse now with everything. He is better. He can do some sweet plays very early on in the game. The Achilles heel in the deck is... Hey man, hey, welcome. The Achilles heel heel in the deck is that you can just stop the Z Battle card, and that's the problem. You can just stop the Z Battle card because it's just not... It doesn't have deflect, it doesn't have any sort of protection, but he is a Yellow Saiyan, and I like him very much. And I think that Gotenks was like here, and then he got new support, and now he's here, but I want to put him here. Because like, and this is, please someone top something with Gotenks, please. Let me be right. Mikey, please stop with Gotenks, please. So, I like it. I think that it's like Rogue at least. I mean, it has untested potential yet. It's not as good as any other Yellow Saiyan. I think every other Yellow Saiyan just ruffle stomps this one. Let's see what's next. Next is Yellow Sin. Well, Yellow Sin got like a whole bunch of stuff. Like Yellow Sin got the new leader. Yellow Sin is one of the decks that I expect is going to be super represented. Like really super represented very early on. So Anniversary Box is coming out next weekend. So I believe that if I were to play next weekend, I would expect Sins out the ass, like everywhere. Yellow Sin's gonna be everywhere. So I think that with everything that the guy has, because I don't know Yellow Sin that well, but I have played against Giovanni, who had like 20 cards in his hand the entire turn. So I think that Sin, with all of the upgrades, is like tier 2 at least. I think that he's at least tier 2. There are some other decks that like got boost and they're gonna be seen a bit more in the meta game, and those are easier to counter than Sin is, I believe. So I think Sin is at least tier 2. Sin is on ban tier. Nah, Mikey, nah. Sin is not on ban tier. I think Sin is okay. He's just better than Rogue. He's better than Gotenks. Alright, so next we have Mikey's. Okay, next we have Mr. SS4, I believe. Yeah, so SS4 Goku. SS4 Goku got like some pretty sweet support. The Z extra card is amazing. Dane says, I think you're sleeping on Gotenks, but that's me. I don't know, man. Like I said, like I think that he is free. I think he might be more than free, but he's not less. SS4 is, well, I think that Mikey is going to take it to like, hey guys, hey, welcome everyone. I came late. What's on tier 1? Frieza is only on tier 1. Will you be in Barcelona? Yes, I will be in Barcelona. I have already looked at vacancy and everything. I think that it is... I also believe that this one is tier 2. So, I think that SS4 got a huge buff in the newest extra card. It's a deck that always just kept getting things, you know. It got like the random promo. Remember the random promo that kind of cheats out the boss monster of the deck? The black one. And it got like, in the anniversary box, it got the random Z battle card. And now he got the Z extra card, which is amazing. So I think this one is going to be... I think this one is going to be like... I would say 2. Like, I think that that he sits comfortably in 2 right now. I need to be proven correctly that he's on tier 2. I think Mike is gonna top something with it, and then just kind of cheat people into playing this, and then just ruffle stomp in Barcelona. Yeah, can't stay long, but I look forward to seeing the final thoughts. Then I'll probably do the same thing this weekend. Awesome, Dane. I hope I'm able to catch yours live stream, buddy. It's like, it's time zones, man. I'm so sad every time I miss it. Sin is tier 2, this man is crazy. Nah, man, like, Sin is... Tier 2 is fine, man. Like, look what's tier 1. Launch, I don't think that launch is going places. I think that ever since BT18, there was a lot of these, you know, like, launch is phenomenal. Launch is, you know, it's gonna break the Z mechanic. It can combo so much. It gains, like, so... It gains combo power, it gains draws, it gains so much when launch combos and stuff, but like launch never did anything. Like, if we're gonna be honest, launch won the French event. I know there's gonna be an argument, but launch won the French event. Launch won the French event, but like the guy who played it plays exclusively launch. So, you know, it's like Peter Dance winning with Invoker all of a sudden, which is never gonna happen because Peter Dance is never gonna play Invoker at a competitive level. Isn't that right, Peter? Not until Bandai frees MVP. So I think that launch is tier 4. I don't think that launch is... I think that the blue-red version is cool, and I know because I have access to deck lists and stuff. I know that a lot of people have tried launch on various events after it won in France, and it never even got close to top 16. Like, the same version of launch never did anything. So I think it's like this. I believe it is. Looks like you need a new caster. I love you, Peter. Turles. So I spoke with a buddy of mine before doing this, and he was like, well, you know, he sold me on Turles, definitely. He definitely sold me on Turles. So I don't, after researching Turles a bit and talking with some people, I think Tom is closer to where Turles should be. I think people forgot what Turles does and how insane that one can be. And now, I'm gonna talk a bit more about this now. So, you have the Z leader, which is a 15k critical guy, who can also restand himself. He can restand himself. He can restand your field. You have the newest Turles 4-drop, which combos from the top of your deck and then place your guys. Because your guys, yeah, they come in rest mode, but you have them which are played when he combos, and then you can use your leader to restand them or to restand him, and then just keep on swinging. You have fruit, and when you use your fruit on your Z leader, you are what, 35k critical double strike, and then you can restand, and then like you just beat the crap out of your opponent. Turles is insane. He has 5 super combos. That is true. Turles has 5 super combos. So I believe that Turles is actually pretty insane. I think that Turles is like tier 2 at least. The newest one. I think that Turles has insane aggressive potential at the moment. I don't think that a lot of people will pick up Turles. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if you try it out, I promise you this guy is insane. Like, Turles is stupid good. And then you just need to keep in mind that you have fruit, which kind of makes it even better. So, your Broly has 30, it doesn't matter. People pick up 4 super combos with Bardock. Anyway, Shroom and Salsa. We have like 70 something to go through, so let's get to it. Shroom and Salsa is a perfect example of tier 1.7. Here you go. It's a phenomenal deck. It's an amazing deck. The reason... So, for those of you just joining us, 1.7 doesn't mean worse than 1.5. It's just like I'm an idiot with numbers. It's basically if you really know how to play this deck flawlessly. If you're like Oli or Mikey, even Peter piloted it amazingly. If you're one of these 3 guys, you're just gonna top events with this deck. You're just gonna top it. But you need to know how to play it flawlessly well. Like, you really need to know. Actually, when we are in this, let me just... no, I'm not gonna spoil anything. There are a couple of more decks. I think that, like... nah, I'm not gonna spoil. I'm gonna let people rewatch this. Like, that's kind of the point. It's gonna be on YouTube later. So, oh my god, there is so many people in chat. Hello, Coco-san. Let me just catch up. I'm going to be biased as fuck on Mechitech, so be nice to me, Damien. Okay, I'm gonna be nice to you. No problem. Not like Invoker. Mikey, come on. Don't do Peter like that, man. Yeah, only real back players evolve Thomas illegally. Or Frieza Universe 7. Okay. Let's go to Gohan. Let's go to Skillless Gohan. Now, when it comes to Skillless Gohan, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit lost when it comes to Skillless Gohan. Hey, cousin. So, I'm gonna be a bit lost when it comes to it, because I think that the deck is okay. I don't think that it is absurd by any standards, but somehow it just keeps topping. It doesn't top as consistently to be considered like a tier 2 deck. I think that Gohan is a perfect example, in my opinion. I think that he's a perfect example of a tier 3 deck. Because like we have seen this thing top like as a one-off every 3 events or so. And he's rarely in the top 8. He's always like somewhere in the top 16. Yeah. Hey Andre, hey Asemu, if it draws Beast on tier 1, yeah, definitely, yeah, that's what we saw in Latin when it kept drawing Beast on. I think that it is definitely tier 3, you know, it can win, you games, it can get you top 16s, I don't think you're ever gonna actually win with this one, but hey, it is what it is. Supreme Kai of Time. Well, this deck, you know, oh my god, this deck has fallen off so bad. Like, this one has really fallen off. I remember when it was... when Cumber came out in BT... When Cumber came out in BT20. BT20, yes. There was a lot of like, is it gonna be Cumber or Supreme Kai? Supreme Kai was amazing back then. But then like SSG Trunks came, and then like better decks came out. Like Green Gohan crushed this one. Majin Vegeta crushed this one. I think that the lack of any proper defense really kills it, which is a bit sad, especially when you have a black deck which can play for free so many things, but then it just gets clapped by other decks. So I don't think that looking at everything that came out, nothing actually came out for this deck. Oh yeah, this is the anniversary box. Nothing came out for this deck. I'm between tiers 3 and 4 for this one. Like, I don't think that this one even has competitive potential anymore. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it like for 2 metagames now, I believe. So I think that, yeah, she's like, it only got dash pack support. Yeah, it only got dash pack support. Yeah, I think it's just tier 4. So nothing is actual trash or One Piece yet. So now we get to Mehi. I know a couple of people who are really big Mehi fans. I know Jeffrey isn't here with us right now, or maybe he is. Oh, is it you, Jeffrey? I can tell. So when it comes to Mehi, Mehi is cool. Ah, Jeff, it is you. Okay. Mehi is cool. Mehi is super fucking strong right now. Z Leader is great. The new boss monster is amazing. He has a couple of these Demon Realm cards that he can use. I think that Mehi is one of the ones that is going to see play. He got like so close when Trunks got the Z Leader, and then he got like the SCR instead. And then it was like, oh no, it's so bad. But now, like, with the newest Z Leader, which actually allows you to do something when you use, like, your ultimate ability and stuff, I think it's pretty good. I think that the newest boss monster is good as well. I think that Mehi is gonna be, like, tier 2. I think Mehi is gonna be getting some top 16s. It's gonna get some top 16s, definitely. It has potential. I'm not sure whether or not it's actually gonna go to win events, but I think that it's gonna be in at least early on in the top 16s. Then we have U7 Gohan. I am not a fan of U7 Gohan. Like, I'm super biased here. It's not that I'm not a fan of U7 Gohan. I'm not a fan of Gohan. Except, like, you know, up to Cell games and then like the movie. So I really don't stand Gohan at all. I think that this one is just bad. It got some cool potential. It got some cool upgrades. Like, you can now use Android 18 combo, and then you basically just combo with one card so that you can get your Divine Presence online. It got the cool new boss monster, the one that locks both players from playing above 25k in power. That one is pretty sweet as well. It costs 2 energy, that's fine. But like, I don't think this is the one that just needs like to kind of keep on swinging and doing stuff. And I think expecting to play a deck which is just going to now attack 1 billion times and then like combo a lot and like do all these crazy tricks in a meta where we have like so many floodgates and things that just stop you dead in your tracks. I don't think that this one is gonna be more than locals anymore. But I am biased. I don't like Gohan. So Jiren I do like, however. So Jiren is Jiren got a lot of potential, a lot of upgrades. Why do I keep saying potential? Anyway, Jiren got a lot of upgrades. I think that the newest Z battle card is amazing. I think that just if you use it on your boss monster, then you restand 3 times. I mean, you restand twice, you attack 3 times. That's cool. Jiren has one of the better red boss monsters. I think that a lot of people forget how strong his boss monster is, considering that he has one very cool clause that you don't have in modern boss monsters. And he says when you are on free energy, or no, he says like when you are on free. So that's cool. That's super strong. Not a lot of boss monsters have this anymore. And then like it's barrier removal, and then he doesn't have to worry about God sealing anymore. Plus, you have Dispo. You have Dispo now, which is stupid. Dispo is great. When you pair him with like the yellow Kunchi, who also has barrier, and then he gives Dispo barrier as well, not the red one, the yellow Kunchi, then you just kind of have draw one every turn. So when you evolve and when you use Spirit Boost to evolve, put 2 markers on your Topo every turn. So you're constantly drawing, you're making your Unison bigger and bigger. Then with Topo, with like 100 billion markers on him, you can use difference of status like this to remove basically anything that swings at you. It's very, very strong. I think Jiren is... I don't think that Jiren is like tier 4. I think that Jiren was tier 4 for a long time, honestly. Like it was pretty bad. Like it got Gogeta, that was cool. But I think that these upgrades should be enough to push him like into either 2 or 3. I think, flat out, I think the Jiren is either 2 or 3. Because, yeah, the upgrades the Jiren got are amazing. Like, they're really, really good. So, I think he's going to remain, even with them, I think he's going to probably remain, like, in free. I'm not doing the left to right thing, like this is that. I'm not bothering doing that, like there's 70-something leaders. I think he's going to remain in free. I would love to put him in 2, but I think it's gonna be like a rogue deck. It's gonna be a rogue deck which has potential to top, but I wouldn't say enough potential to do stuff. Jiren has one massive flaw that you can't really fix unless you give him a rules breaking Z extra card. And the problem is that Jiren plays everything in rest mode. Like that's his biggest fucking issue, I believe. I think that's the biggest issue with Jiren. Like he's super strong, he's super consistent, he draws a lot, Jiren's one of the most consistent decks, I would say. Everything tutors in this deck. It's huge unison, but everything enters in rest mode. So like, if he got like a Z extra card that just said, hey, your Jiren's enter in active mode now as permanent, problem solved. But hey, it is what it is. Now let's talk about some cool fucking decks. Helku. Oh my god. So we just released the Helku deck profile. Yeah, we just released the Helku deck profile. And it's one of my favorite decks, so I am a bit slightly biased with this one, but I think that Helku now is absolutely amazing. He has a lot going for him. He has a lot of Gokus, which is super relevant when you consider the Z extra card. It just kind of buffs everything, because everything in this deck is Goku. You have, what do you have? You have the Trunks, which basically fixed its main issue of playing the Unison on curve, playing the Unison and not having to rely on Spirit Boost to cheat multiple things into play. Because before the upgrades, if Helku got his Trunks removed, then the only way for you to cheat in things is once per turn with your leader, or if you happen to have a trip to hell. Now you have Trunks, which just kind of looks at top 3. I mean, like, mills top 3 and then just cheats in multiple things. That one is amazing. For 1 energy also helps you awaken. The boss monster is phenomenal. I think the boss monster on his first swing is the Gogeta boss monster basically. He's 25k unaffected by anything on first swing when you pair it with the new 6 drop. Then on the second one, like, yeah, okay. I think this one is going places. He has a unison that gets all of his... he has a 1 cost unison, which is cheated in with 1 marker, and then you can either play it or you can cheat it in with Trunks. Then you +2, you set up your top deck, and then for 1 energy, you've just played a 3 marker unison, which you can empower with your Gohan, so Gohan comes in automatically with max markers on him, and because Android 18 is so goddamn fragile, and I expect at least 2 of them to die before that, your Gohan, when he empowers Sensor to drop, removes 3 things, ignoring barrier, and then just gains triple attack and buffs your leader and everything. It's an insane deck. I think that like I would put it in tier 2, definitely. I want to put him here. I really want to put him here. But like I think that he's gonna be tier 2 mostly because his win con is... I don't want to say like... It's super hard to stop on the first swing. And then it becomes a problem a bit. So it is, we will see. I think this one is at least tier 2. Boss Monster can be touched by anything if played with the newest anniversary card. Yeah, Boss Monster is very, very scary. Like, this would be like somewhere at the top of tier 2. Although we're not doing the left to right thing. What's up? What's up, Spaz? So, what else do we have here? Let me see. We have... Oh, hey, look! It's actual trash. So we have actual garbage here. Yeah, I don't like this one. I really don't like this one. I almost bought it the other day because I got the Z extra card in my prizes. I was like, hey, this is cool. And then, like, I've placed it and removed it from my cart, I think, like 20 times. Just going over the deck, and I barely found any profiles online even for this thing. Like, this thing is just bad. This thing is just bad. Gohan, Flip Gohan. This one is fun. Like, he's not super good. He's not, but he is fun to play. He's really fun to play. He's not actual trash. Like, he's better than Super 17. At least he's better than Super 17 at the worst possible day. Yellow Monkey, yeah. Oh, should be the first One Piece tier. No, man, let's not do this to the monkey. We're playing Dragon Ball, nothing goes to One Piece tier, man. I think Monkey is like a good locals deck. Like, it's a fun deck for locals. You can take it, and you will maybe not be last tables. But if you take Super 17, you will be last tables. If you take Super 17, like, even if you get a buy on locals, I would still give you a loss. So, like, Monkey is fun. Will I see Mikey, Iratorum, and the Lookout at EU Finals? Yes, you will see at EU Finals. I'm not sure whether or not I am casting or playing. I have a deck. Here. So, it's among these ones. The thing that I would be playing at Finals if I'm playing and not casting. But yeah, I already found vacancy and everything, so I'm hyped for Barcelona. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome. So what else do we have? we have Goku. Okay, so Goku got the Z extra card, which kind of made him a bit better. Okay, like it made him a bit better. Now he can cheat in his boss monster earlier, but then again, it's not really the card that you play a lot of. So it's like, And now, like, he can do some shenanigans with. I think he can do some shenanigans with his unison, but I don't think this one is going anywhere, man. Like, not earlier, but for one less on turn 4. Thank you. I don't think that this one is going any places, man. I think he's just going back into tier 4. I don't believe that his support was enough. So Usman, you don't know if you're judging yet? Hey Wiggle, thanks for subscribing. You are our first subscriber. Like, that's awesome. Congratulations, man. I should have something that pops out here, so I don't have anything. So I believe I'm just gonna pop on the chef's hat. So thank you for subscribing. And yeah, thanks. I got to use the hat. That's awesome. What about Whis? Whis is give me a free sub or admin rights to start banning people that we don't. No, don't be like, oh, Coco-san, thank you for subscribing. Chef's hat, yes. Hat on, Damien, yes. Hat on. I believe that the Whis is just kind of. Nyeh. I think that he's fun. I think that he is fun. I've done the revisited. I think that he can be super good if you know how to sequence him, and if your opponent doesn't know what you're doing, then he's good. But I don't think that he's above, like, I think he's like locals at least, like, and that's it. Like, he can be good if you can sequence him, because he can restand a bunch of energy, he can attack like 100 billion times, but like he's not going anywhere, man. Like, Tom, a monkey is the same as Kai, so like, come on, let's be real here, man. Like, bring Kai up, please. I'll have what he's. Nah, man, like, Whis is good, man. Like, try Whis out first. Like, he's not game-breakingly good, but he's at least as good as the monkey, man. Beerus and Champa, however, we can judge these two together. I think we can judge Beerus and Champa together. They got the. What did they get? They got the. Z extra card that allows them to awaken a turn earlier, and the Z extra card is really good. I think the Z extra card is really good for this leader. So you get like what's happening here? Hype train incoming. Okay, so this is what highlighted messages look like. Awesome. So I think that, like, Champa might be better than Beerus. I agree with Mikey. I think that Champa might be better than Beerus. The idea that you're getting a 20k base leader. So at turn 1, you can do this. That's strong. I think that Beerus is, you can play him like critical Universe 7. And like, he's at least 20k. Champa is a bit stronger. He starts on 1 life higher. So like, and U6 is a cool engine. The question is, do we put them in trash or tier 4? Like, that's the actual question here. Hey Takara, it'll never keep up. No, Casual Locals is completely accurate. Did you play? What are you talking about? You guys are talking about Beerus Champa? I think Beerus Champa is like... yeah? Or maybe... yeah? Uh-huh. Something like this. Like it's something like this. So, yeah. You know what, like maybe we put like Kai in Rogue. Just because like it looks bad with all of these here. So like we can put it like somewhere around this, you know. I wasn't dishonest. Hey Ryan, thanks for subbing, man. Okay. Yeah, thanks for subbing, man. So I think that it's kind of like this. I wasn't dishonest when I told you guys that with the Beerus deck profile, it's lose games guaranteed. So let's go to Trunks Vegeta now. Let's go to Trunks Vegeta. So Trunks Vegeta is... okay, guys, I'm gonna be very, very, very controversial here. Trunks Vegeta is dead. Yeah, Mikey just stole the words from my mouth. I believe that there was a lot of hype for Trunks Vegeta. What deck is here in Tier 1? For now, just Golden Frieza. I think that it's more like this. You remember how Trunks Vegeta was the boogeyman? Let's call it like that. You know, Trunks Vegeta was like, oh, this is an amazing deck, and there were so many arguments all the time when Yellow wasn't hit by ban list, like, oh, Trunks Vegeta, you know. But I looked back at results from BT18 onwards, and this thing didn't do anything. Like, this thing didn't even top that much. And now, in the current metagame, he got ran over by Majin Vegeta completely. He got ran over by Golden Frieza and Spirit Bomb. Like, there is not a lot of reason to play Trunks Vegeta. What was Trunks Vegeta's highest asset back in the day, when Barrier was more meaningful, when Barrier is still meaningful, but when it was more meaningful, because we didn't have that much removal, was, let's say, the free drop. But now... amico Remigio. Buonasera. What do we have? Trunks Vegeta. Yes. I don't think that Trunks Vegeta is good anymore. Like, unless you're Geo and you play Yellow Scene all day, yeah. Pepperoni. I don't think that Trunks Vegeta is good anymore. I think because he's a Yellow Saiyan who has like Vegeta on him, we can like maybe put him in free, like maybe, and that's more out of respect for like, you can't honestly just kind of put him here with like Monkey and Whis and Champa, you know. Like, I think that he's like rogue, at least. I think that the deck isn't necessarily as dead, more than like nobody bothers playing it because the other ones are just better. But then, like, you have, like, I don't know, if Mert shows up to an event and brings Trunks Vegeta, it's gonna do well. So it's not completely dead. Don't be so kind, just put cards in trash like Champa. Man, like, Champa's not trash. Like, Champa is at least... yeah. Peter, don't do this to me. I think tier 3. Okay. Come on, don't kid yourself. Okay, so off goes the head. Champa should go to 5 as well. Yeah. I mean, I think I was also just kidding myself. I think Champa doesn't do that much at the end of the day. Like, it's still, yeah. Mert will walk into event with Dark Brawler. Yeah, Mert will probably do that. SSG Trunks. Okay, SSG Trunks. Now we are getting somewhere. Finally a good deck. D-Black representative in the previous meta, has amazing support. Didn't get anything, I believe. No, just Demon Realm got things. He got like the Z extra card, if you wish to run that one. But other than that, didn't like gain too much from it. So I think that it's still going to be super strong. It's still going to top events. It's going to get outshined by a certain other black deck, but I think that this one is, I think he's still 1.5. I think that like he's still 1.5 if you ask me. Like this deck, I know I see a lot of tier 2, but guys, like this deck has proven himself by now. Like this deck has proven himself by now. You receive level 1 hype train emote. Awesome. I think he has really shown his worth. Though Trunks, I'm not gonna be blind to it, Trunks does have the weakness of being RNG dependent. He is pretty RNG dependent. Hype lol. So, Red Ribbon Robot is red hot trash. So he goes there. Like this one is just quick. Like Red Ribbon Robot is just bad. Like Tier 0 Robot. I don't even know if you're not Alexander, you're not doing anything with this deck. I've never seen anyone else on the planet who actually just kind of came in and just topped with this thing or won anything with it, you know, like it's, I think that it is actual trash. Why does One Piece tier exist if Champa, Beerus and Red Ribbon can't even go in there? Because One Piece is below tier 5, but I would still rather play it than play Towa token deck. That's why it's there. Speaking of which, well, let's not skip anything. What else do we have? Green Cooler. Remove tier 6 lines so we can see upcoming leaders and the rest of the list at the same time. And look, you can see them like this. So wait. What if I do this? Can I think I can do it like this. Now you should be seeing enough. Let me just see what this looks like in OBS. Yeah, now you see basically enough here. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, so I think now you guys see more than enough. Green Cooler. Okay, so there's not a lot of people who played Green Cooler as much as I have, but I have played the weird version of it, and I am really not happy with Green Cooler. Green Cooler to me is like BT2 Vegito. In a way, not power-wise, in a way that you basically do what? Wait a second. Oh, yeah, that is cool, but then I can. Thanks for letting me know, but then I can't see the chat. I have it in a pop-out window. So Green Cooler to me is like the BT2 Vegito, in a way that on paper you look at this deck and you're like, hey, this deck has everything. He really has everything. What other support can Green Cooler get? On paper he has everything that he needs to beat you, but he just can't unless you're Joe, because like Joe knows this better deck than anyone else. Like this deck doesn't do anything. Like, and other decks are getting more marker removals and everything. We've all been wondering about the Mighty Pole. I did not put the Mighty Pole here. Oh man, I did not put... The Mighty Pole is beyond the tier list. Using Opera should be considered a crime. I go, Mike. Anyway, so Green Cooler, there we go. So, anyway, let's continue. Now, honestly, I would put Green Cooler in at least Rogue if it did literally anything. But it didn't do anything. Like this deck, except with Joe, except in his hands, like he didn't do anything, man. Like it's not the best of decks. It's not. So let's see what's next. Next is like pretty self-explanatory. There we go. Problem solved. Now let's go to Ripku. So I'm gonna say like a couple of things about this one. I think that the support that Ripku got is great. I think like it's not the counterplay that he needed, unfortunately. It's not the counterplay that he needed. The other one, what was it? The Goku is like okay. Goku is okay. Paiku is much better. But this isn't the easiest deck to pilot. I don't think that this is like the easiest deck to pilot. And somehow we need to see where Polku ends up. Hey Cash Stash, thanks for subbing. Here comes the chef hat. Okay, hat on. Okay. Pikkon card is shit. Goku is nice. Goku Black River. Paiku is, I think it's okay. I don't think that, but here's the thing, man. Here is the thing that I'm going to say about Polku. Oh my god, I committed a crime. I wanted to say about Arepiku. We have seen Oli do very well with it, right? We have seen Dane do absolutely amazing with this one. Like, even in much tougher metagames, I think that this is one of those where, like, I would say that it might be one of those that you just kind of need to know how to play to do good things with it, because it's not an easy deck. It's really not an easy deck. But then at the same time, I've also seen like amazing players not do anything with it. So, I don't think that it is that it's like bad. I'm borderline on like putting him like somewhere high at the moment, but like not way too high. I think that Ripku is tier 3, same level as Gohan. I think that so if you are like Bigo or Dane or someone who really knows this is like, you know, like this is like top or like 1.7, but like otherwise he's just kind of tier 3. Like he's kind of tier 3 in general, I think. Oh, it's Paiku-1, everyone. Oh my god, it's Paiku-1. Paiku-1, even Tom isn't defending it anymore. Yeah, I think Paiku is just tier 5. I think Paiku doesn't do anything. Paiku just kinda, yeah. So, okay, since we're not, I don't think we're putting anything here. I think we can remove it now, so that I can zoom it in a little bit. Yeah, now it's better. Now it is much better. Alright, so let me see how we're... Oh my god, 43 people. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so let us continue. Where was I? Yeah, Master Roshi. Okay, so Master Roshi got Novian Destroyer. I don't think I ever saw anyone play Pikkon. Tom played Pikkon. Tom, you played Pikkon, right? But have you played the BT18 version? I think you played that one, right? Not the old one. Turtle School is tier 3. Easy deck is legit. Turtle School is... Well, there was a point where when Turtle School was like tier 2. Like, well, Turtle School was like arguably tier 1.5 because that deck was topping like crazy. It's a really, really good deck. Over time, he hasn't lost anything. He got some extra support. In the newest set, which like isn't much. I think I'm not a Turtle School player. I have the deck, still learning it though. but like it's not that this deck lost so much. It has a lot of generic green tools that you can now use with this one. I think that the truth is that it's just kind of power crapped. It's Green Saiyans just kind of doing better at the moment, so it just kind of got power crapped. I think that I would still put him in like tier 2, maybe. I think that the thing with this one is just like he's not bad, he has potential, you can really know him, and yeah, tier 2 because Green saying good stuff, and he can use saying good stuff. But like Gohan and Go Bros is just on average going to do much better than you're gonna do because they just have insane tools. King Piccolo though, okay, I love Green King Piccolo. Green King Piccolo. I think I have a love-hate relationship with this one. Oh, hey Agner, welcome. Thanks for subscribing, man. Here goes the chef hat. Hat on. Here it is, guys. So, I'm afraid my head is too big for that. Anyways, guys, I like this one. I really like this one. Isn't Cinemeki coming up to tier 1.7 or 1.5? I don't think they are. I think 1.5 is just probably like it can also be tier 1 if you wish. But big brain head is good size. Chef set, yeah, here you go, Kokosan. Chef set is now gonna stay for 2 takes. It's staying for 2 takes now. Okay, so Green King Piccolo, let's talk about him. I love him so much. And I hate him as well, because he either does well when I play him or he's just awful. He got a drum, which is very okay. Like, drum is good. Giving everything barrier is strong. It's definitely strong. Plus he has what? He can grab you your 1-drop, which is fine. If you know how to shuffle turn 2, tier 2. But like, I don't know how Scott Dashi did it. I honestly don't know how he topped with this thing. I've been trying it for so long. I've been trying it up, down, left, right, just like sideways, and he's just not working. I think like barrier would have been better on your opponent's turn as well, but then it kind of doesn't work with the permanent, because like then it kind of kills the point of the permanent, and you give all of your things barrier, and then you run into Mecha Frieza and you cry, and you're just kind of, I think this one was maybe good at some point, and he got cool support, and then like time ran him over. We just had a talk about the Turtle School, Mr. Roshi being ran over by time, being just power crept. King Piccolo is in the same boat, but he was never as good as Roshi. I think he's just kind of tier 4. I think even with the new support he is tier 4. Bardock though. Okay. Bardock is... yeah. Okay. First of huge shout out to Porg, who topped with Bardock. I think that this deck is actually pretty good. I have been playing it, I have been testing it a bit. Not the super optimized version though. And I like it. I'm constantly surprised by how many things and how many attacks this deck can just dish out. He can just dish out so much pain for almost no investment. Tom, how? Aha, because you are... I don't know how often is script in the top 16. If I web like it, absolutely tier 4. Yeah, okay, so... no, I think Bardock is good. I think Bardock is really, really good. I think that this one is really good. I think people are sleeping on this one. He's not, probably not tier 2. But I think that he's like at least tier 3. Like, he is better than all of these guys in tier 4. He is by far better than all of them. And like, just the sheer aggression and everything, I would even say that he's tier 2. I would even say that he's tier 2 from what I have seen. I think Bardock is tier 2 by far. I think if you don't think that Bardock is tier 2, you should play a bit against Bardock. But like, he dishes out a lot of pain. He dishes out a lot of pain very, very, very fast. So it's one of the rare, strong yellow Saiyan super aggro non-Vegeta Goku decks. Just call it trash. Just call the chat trash, I would mean. He's definitely better than Gotenks. Yeah, I like Bardock. I'm gonna say that Bardock is like tier 2. You can say that he's like tier 3. If you wish, you can just call him tier 3 as well. But he is not lower than 3. And I think he's better than Gotenks by far. I think that the idea is, I'm gonna try to sell it to you. Like, Boss Monster, you don't play Boss Monster. Boss Monster is a trap in Bardock. Boss Monster is absolute ass. Like, that card is god awful. Like, just don't touch it at all. Just play like the double strike and dual attack monkeys, and play like your negate, and then just fill in good stuff. And there you go, Bardock solved. Like, Bardock is absolutely amazing. Amazing as far as Bardock can go. Money! Okay. We intentionally printed one of the sickest looking SPRs in the game's history, made it in-game function bad. It's a prank. You're telling me Peter and I helped Borg with his build. Yeah, I think like, oh, you guys helped him with, that's cool. To determine if it's a good yellow deck, you just have to figure out, does my archetype draw shit load while I am with this good yellow staple? Yeah, but Bardock draws a lot. Bardock draws like on both players turn one once he awakens, right? Or if it's when he's awakened. He draws on combo as well as play. He can draw and play because he has a lot of counters which are Bardock screw. Are you crazy, man? Like, Bardock draws a lot. Shroom and Salsa is Oli in the chat. Oli, are you here? No? Okay. So, it cycles. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom, you're right. He cycles a lot. Oli is in my room, he says. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hey, in Toa token tier. So, I've talked with, I give zero experience. Hey Sebo, Peter still confused that he was one day alone in Germany. So, I have zero experience with this deck. I have fuck all experience with this one. But I have asked Oli, and Oli told me that this one is great. Oli's at locals, but I know he'd want to tell you he's tier 7. He told me that this one is actually really good. So those are his words. And another mate also told me today, like, hey guys, like this one is really good. I don't know. I think that Toa token, he also says Toa token is good. Yeah. Always. I think that the deck is basically so you can't combo more than one, right? Because everything that you don't charge just kind of goes away, and you build up Z energy super fast, and you never had what to spend it on. Like, that's like you build like 1 billion Z energy and then it just sits there. So yeah, that was a bit of an issue, but now you have Goku, now you have Boo, now you have things to use it on. You have the Z leader, which can be huge when you swing with him. I don't think that this one is bad. Like, I don't think that it's bad. on paper, but I've never played this thing, and I've never played against this thing. So I have no experience with it. But just on paper, he doesn't look bad. That's it, like. So, what do you think, guys? Now, why am I asking you? You're just gonna say that it is trash. So I should just hear me out. SSG Trunks is unplayable in Cooler Meal format. That is true. However, Cooler Meal is also not very playable. Trust me. So we'll talk more on that statement. So my boy Trunks Vegeta is tier 3. Sad world. Beerus is only on it enough. I'd say it's tier 3. I think that he is tier 3. I think he's better now. You can Z awaken at higher lives. I think that he needs to be a bit more highlighted. That's why. Because honestly, if you've shown this one to people before, they would say that this one is absolute garbage and is unplayable. It's just that this one just didn't get its time of day under the sun. What is it? Is this Mert in my chat? Trunks Vegeta tier 3. No, you came late, man. I've said it earlier in the chat, earlier on the stream. If you're playing Trunks Vegeta, if Mert is on Trunks Vegeta is like tier 1.5. It's the best yellow deck in the game. But if anyone else is on Trunks Vegeta, it's just like rogue at best. So what else is happening? Not tier 1. Yeah, I just... who says Ben would double line in capital letters? Okay. Let's talk about Gohan. Let's talk about Gohan a bit. Man, I swear, last online regional, I was 27th place with Trunks Vegeta. Let's talk about Gohan now. So, this one is... I like Gohan Superhero. I think this one is very good. I think that he has potential. We have seen... let's talk about Damien. Let's talk about him, Damien. I am interested. I have seen him do well. Shout out to you, Bastian. Bastian really did well with this one. He really keeps doing well with this one. But, like, the deck has its flaws. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. The deck has its flaws. Its pilot, I would say that Green Gohan Superhero is... Yeah, he's cute. He's pilot skill dependent, but not on the level that Shroom and Salsa is. So we can put him in 1.7. He can get very screwed by RNG. Like Trunks Vegeta can get... not Trunks Vegeta, Crimson can get screwed by RNG. Gohan gets screwed worse. Gohan can get very screwed. But he keeps stopping here and there. And I think that at the moment, I think that tops with Gohan are more tier 3. I think he's not bad. I really think that the deck isn't as bad. I think that it has things stopping him from being up. His RNG dependency, one of them. But if you are a very, very good pilot, which we have seen a couple of very good pilots, you can just stop with this one. But even then, it can become an RNG game. Because Rogue doesn't mean bad. It means that it can top. Tier 3 doesn't mean that it's awful. The idea is that you have to... It has RNG issues, right? And this is the problem, but an expertly skilled pilot can play around them. So that's what I'm wanting to say. I don't think that I would put him here, maybe, but the problem with these ones compared to Gohan is they are more consistent. They're strong, but they are more consistent. While Gohan is exceptionally powerful, like really, if you don't get screwed by RNG, this is one of the best decks. Like this just beats you. but at the very same time, if you get screwed by RNG, it's bad. I think Gohan needs like a little bit more push. Just a little bit more push. Just give it a good Z extra card. Or give it like a Z leader or something. And then it's gonna be awesome. Then it's gonna be even higher. Just something to mitigate. I see you, Tarkara. I see the Chef's Head and Spez. Thanks for subscribing, man. So Chef's Head stays on for the next 2. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Bastian, I think that he's tier 3, but I think that in your hands he's like tier 2 at least. But in general hands, yeah. You need different color chef hats. You see, that's an idea, man. Like that's an idea. Yo, hey, welcome to the chat. So now we're gonna talk about Vegito. Yeah, now we're gonna talk about Vegito, and this one is interesting, I have to say. I am not a huge fan of him. I'm like not a huge fan. I'm fine with tier 3, and thank you, Damien. So I'm not a huge fan of him. Like I've said with Cooler, it's a deck that like you look at him, and on paper, this guy has everything. Like this. What would make Vegito better? Like, you can't make him better. This guy has literally everything that he needs. He is one of the best Z leaders in the game. He can cheat out things. He can remove things with barrier. If you could see how my cat is looking at me. Oh my god. Evie? I think this one needs to go. Evie, 1 second, guys. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put that one up probably if the I'm sorry for the distraction, but my cat is looking at me in shock and disbelief with a hat on, and she's just making, you know, the sus face, like, So anyway, I think that Vegito is okay. I think that he's just tier 3. I don't think there's anything that can make this deck better, and he's a rogue deck. He tops a lot, he tops often, but he just kind of doesn't work. I mean, he has topped, I think, everything. Is that where is my food? Look, no, Mikey, that is... She looked at my hat and she was like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, that's that look. Cody has arrived. Hey, Cody. So, I think that this Akri is just in tier. No, I think that actually tier 2 because he just keeps stopping. He has proven himself, but he's never going higher. He's never going higher, man, than this. So the chef's head stays for the other one. Okay. The false invoker, the false prophet of invoker, the one that not even Peter is going to mention. Like the invoker deck in disguise. I mean, like the arrival, but like, like no. I know, Peter. This isn't an invoker deck, man. Like this isn't an invoker deck, mate. Like this is no. Check. Held a message. Oh, wait a second. Held a message for a reason. Aggression. Mod says that you're aggressive, Peter, but I'm going to allow it. There we go. Fake Walker. Vegito is still pissing off Iratorm. Yeah, that is true. But I don't think that this one is anything. I think this one is just like in the garbage. I think this one is just bad. No one plays it. And let's just pretend that this one doesn't exist, man. But like, do we really feel okay putting him in the same as like these suckers? I think that like this one needs to like at least go to casual. I mean, come on. Like, he's at the very least. Yes, we do. Universe 3 is the best deck. It's meta-defining. Pepperoni tier zeros. Yes, he sucks. Okay, so the chat has spoken. Alright, so now we are at Pepperoni. The crowd demands justice. Okay. Pepperoni, have I opened it? Oh no, thank God I've dodged the bullet in my regional packs for Pepperoni. I don't think this one is good. Like, there is not much to say here. Mert, the other boys know my snoring enough for Poland. Okay, I don't think that. I think Pepperoni is trash. I'm sorry. I think it's trash. Android 21. Okay, so everyone who knows me and who has followed anything that I have said on the internet, oh my god, please don't do that. But Android, how much? Oh my god, we still have so many left to go. Okay, so anyone who knows anything that I say, bro, I have nightmares now. I think that this deck is not good. I think that it's really not as good. If you are playing in NA region, it's the best deck ever made. It's just like the best deck. It's gonna win you the event. It's gonna top everywhere. It's gonna be amazingly good. But like, if you play anywhere else, it's hot garbage. So it's it tops very often. Whereas I play this because I just want a Crash to win. I think that I win because I have more lives tier. 821 old Gamma players. Yeah, I think that Android 21 has really shown itself in a very specific region, and I think that this one, yeah, in NA it's like tier 0, but I think that what the deck has really going for it is a very strong thing that this deck has is it locks out a lot of blue decks. Like, it is the gatekeeper. And it's hey, are we playing best of one? Yes, I won now. Like, that's the deck basically. This deck should be banned in best of one. This should be not this deck. The SCR should be banned in best of one. I don't know how that SCR is still legal in best of one. But yeah, 2 + 1 = 3. Can 21 play? Now, guys, look, guys. You're gonna hate me for doing this, but I think that I have to agree with Cody on this one. Android 21 has stopped so much, way more than any of these tier 2 decks. It is one of the best performing decks in the game at the moment. As funny as that is, it's one of the best performing decks. Largely due to America, but still. Let me just do this. Don't trust USA crackheads. Look at that Crimson and what. No. But that's the old meta, not the current one. Not the guys. You're really. Let's go band here. Or anniversary meta coming up. Oh my Android. Oh my god! Like, what has this place evolved into? Check out my new deck list. 3 ratios have changed. No, I still think that, guys, this one is... I think that it is still good post any box. I think that this one is... I think that out of respect for what it did, we need to put it in 1.5 or 1.7. Like, I think we need to put it there. As stupid as that sounds to the majority of us, it's objectively one of the highest topping decks in the game. It's objectively one of the highest topping decks in the entire game. Yeah, but I agree with Iratorm. It's not 1.7 because compared to Shroom and Salsa, it's not 1.7. Yeah, so I would say like tier 1.5. Like, definitely. Yeah, I'm sorry for even suggesting 1.7 and then looking at Shroom and Salsa. Yeah. Soul Punisher plus Great Ape, GG too easy. What else is happening? Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up with this. Just go straight to ban. Asemu, I will agree with you that Android 21 should be banned. I think that the leader should be banned simply because it gatekeeps. Simply because it gatekeeps way too much. Like, you can't have slow blue strategy anymore in the game. Trunks Reboot still does it somehow. He still does it somehow. I want it banned in best of 1. Some blue decks can side for it and be fine. That is true. Read the thing I said before. I know you'll feel it. It's banned vertically mainly because of the deck. Second, because of the sim that play. Oh, Ben that loves androids. That is true. That is true. Okay, guys. So let's go to these ones. So, SS4 Goku. Now, I've been playing this deck a lot lately. Sorry, I have to hydrate. I have been playing this deck so much lately. So much. I've been testing it with a friend. I've been trying to get something going. But, like, it doesn't work. I mean, like, not that it doesn't work. Have you played it? That's what I want to say. Like, type me in the chat how many of you have played this deck. So 4. 1. Okay. Why would I? It's bad. I didn't even know that leader. I played it a lot. I only play good decks, only at locals. Okay. You know what? You should find a way for next time to do some polls. That would be okay. I've played around with it a bit, and my findings are that it feels, first off, it feels good to play. Like Asemu says, it's consistent. It's super consistent. Like, if you sit down to play it, trust me, if you like consistent decks, you will love this one, because it feels so smooth when you start playing it. You draw a lot. Saiyans search for Saiyans. It's constantly doing something. You never feel like you're actually breaking with this deck. However, with that being said, yeah, it has the restriction that Dr. Mew puts on it, and that's really feels bad, especially with the newest SCR that's coming out in the anniversary box. That SCR is God-given for this deck. It's God-given for this deck, and it can't work in it. I mean, like, it can, but then you're not playing the deck properly. So there are some issues that I have found with this one. First off is it's a deck that just kind of feels like there's always one thing missing. You know, like, it's either, hey, my guy is missing like 5k, or he's missing a strike skill, or like he's missing dual attack, or like he's always missing something. Or it's like, hey, why is this Android 18 2Z energy? Why isn't she 1Z? Like, there's always like a little bit that is missing. And I think that the deck is super consistent. I think that it's extremely consistent. And I think that as far as Green Saiyans they go, this is probably the best Fated Rivals deck in the game. It's one of the best ones because it's just like Saiyans. So that's cool. When I played it, there was no Gohan, only Fated. An archetype boss monster would not hurt, blah blah, but so many things were played. Okay. When I play consistency, Mr. Broly Z, it gained quite a lot, that is true. Now he has the Broly Z battle card, he has Cooler that he can use thanks to the Broly Z battle card. You can play the Gohan boss monster. You can combine him with Z extra cards, like either the gigantic meteor of destruction or what it's called. It's a badass name, a gigantic meteor burst or something like that. Or you can use the newest one from the anniversary box if you wish to do that. I think that is not trash. I don't think that this one is trash. The lead by starts with super content because it takes so that matter. So I think that this one is okay. I think the problem still is that he feels so fair. That's the issue. I think a couple of you said this very well in the chat. He feels fair. And the rule in card games is usually fair isn't good, basically. Because all of the decks which are the best decks in the game kind of break the rules somehow. So I don't think that he's completely bad. I don't think he's trash. I'm not sold on him being rogue. The new Goku for Quadku would be an amazing support for it. Yeah, but somehow this it only works with that Quadku deck. He's just worse Gohan basically, but I wouldn't be shocked if he just broke in Green Gustav could get a breakout top. I think that he's tier 4. I think that he's tier 4, and then someone like Cody is saying, then someone can just show up and maybe top with it. Like, Dane, go play Goku. Go top. Mikey, go get Goku. Someone of you go top with this, please. But somehow they said that, yeah. So I think that like he's 4 at least. King Piccolo in the same tier as SS4. Yeah. Well, King Piccolo is Cooler is also in the tier. Yeah, because they're all shit. Could move King KP down. I would rather Samurai Car instead of playing green. Okay, so now we get to Super 17. Alright, so. Just a second, my cat is doing things. Šta je, Ivi? Odi spavat. Odi spavat, beba. Nah, Eevee's just mid-Umbreon evolution right now, I guess. So, here's the thing with Super 17. The deck has been play-tested a bit. It has been experimented with a bit. And yeah. It's not bad. It's really, really fucking good. It's not bad. So, yeah, you can say that I am on absolute crack if you wish. I'm gonna put it here. And then one day I will maybe show you. I'm gonna put it at least here. You are indeed an absolute crack. Lost your mind. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, I know the blockers don't have barrier. This deck doesn't work if they just remove them. Take 117 to Barcelona and prove it. There you. I will, maybe, but I don't know. Well, how can I take 117 to Barcelona? I'll be casting, man. Like, come on. Or maybe I'll use it. I don't know. I'm not saying what I'm playing on. Just ban. Why do you spell ban with 2 N's, man? Is that a German thing? Set 5 Super 17 straight up better. The deck isn't as bad as it looks. People don't know. So, yeah. A new card straight up fixed the problem that the deck had. People actually think 17... Yeah, that is another true. Yeah, the support cards are literally fucking garbage. The problem of the deck is that it has zero protection. Yes, Tom, but because you're looking at it wrong. You're looking at the deck wrong, and that's I think the big thing. That like there is a thing that this deck does very fucking good, but no one has yet done this with it. So there is a thing that the deck does, but like no one has done this yet. And what's Damien talking is true. Yeah. So let's move to less weird takes, and let's talk about it is one very degenerate things that it does. Oh god, yes. Oh, when it just got support to do that generic thing, the degenerate thing even better. Spirit Bomb is instant tier 1. Like, we're not even just gonna dance around. Spirit Bomb is tier 1. It's tier 1. Like, yeah. I think Bomb is 1. And it's not the only one. There is one more. I think we can put them both here. I think both Spirit Bomb and Majin Vegeta are tier 1. Like, they're the best decks in the game. Like, by far. These two. $17 is good, but not higher than Rogue. I've played the deck for a while. Yeah, it is good. All of the goodest normal yellow decks are tier 1, period, non-negotiable. Yeah, that is true. So yeah, Spirit Bomb and Majin Vegeta, they're both tier 1. You can choose which one you like more between these two. I think that whichever one you take, you're just gonna perform amazingly well at the moment. I like Majin a bit more than I like Spirit Bomb. I like Spirit Bomb's gimmick. I think it's fun. I lean a bit more towards Majin, but this is just me. But I think like all three of these are just awesome. It's just, yeah, Damien, like Majin more. Please hype Majin more than one bomb. Yeah. I swear I saw 2 Spirit Bomb plays at local, they abandoned it for Majin. I think like both of these are fine. Like, fine, they're both like among the best decks in the game. Which one is better, I think time will tell. Boo! I think Boo is just kinda... I think Boo just goes like to trash. I think there's not a lot to say about this one. I think like if Boo's protection said that he can't be removed, he would be awesome. But Boo's protection says that he can be KO'd. And then like he gets smoked by the Smoke Dragon. He gets smoked by Black, because Black now also has barrier removal. So like if you could have been convinced that Boo is maybe tier 4, now he's like tier 5 in the current meta. Cumber. Okay, Captain Cum. So let's talk about Captain Cum for a bit. We're so heavily restricted, they should have made the 1-drops themselves on this card. Just nigga spend energy. Would say player skill matters a lot for Cumber. So when it comes to Cumber, I will definitely say that Cumber is without a doubt tier 1.7. I think player skill depends so... I think Cumber so heavily depends on player skill. It really... Let me allow this. So it's better to come in the sink than sinking. So I think that, yeah, if you know what you're doing, and if any of you guys haven't seen on Big O's channel where he and Mikey talked for like an hour about Cumber, go watch that video. You really need to know to play this deck. Like, if you don't know how to play Cumber, you will lose. And if you know how to play Cumber exceptionally well, like flawlessly good, you're gonna demolish people. But not a lot of people know how to do it. So yeah. Plus Cumber got some cool new toys. Then let's see Uub. Okay, so let's talk about Uub for a bit. I think that Uub is fine. I think that Uub is a very fine deck. It's nothing super exceptional. I think that it's okay. There is still the Uub version of the deck, which is fine. Like, it's a fun version. I think that his gimmick just really doesn't work as well. Like, his gimmick is really cute. His best cards are better in other blue decks, though. Yeah, you can play them in Uub and they're like super strong. They're naturally better in Uub, but like they're used everywhere else. I think this one is just kind of tier 4. I think this one is just. I don't think Uub was good because people didn't know what it would do. Yeah, I think Uub is like tier 4, definitely. Uub is just tier 4 now. He was rogue at that one point, but like Uub is tier 4. Okay, so then we get to Baby. Let me just see. Baby bed. Tom told me. Yeah, Tom said that. As long as the tier 1 row stays the same, the Baby is lucky to even be in rogue, honestly. It's fine into black, it's fine into green, but it gets fucked by particularly yellow cards and Cooler Meal, so it's not looking good. Entertainment is so painful boring to go to turn 7. Blue Baby is really good. Yeah, I think Blue Baby is really good. And he's absolutely one of the best blue decks currently. I think that Blue Baby is one of the best decks at the moment. I think that what deck got in what deck got in regional packs is just absurd. I think that Monkey is just absurd. He's what? He is double striker, right? I have it somewhere. So he brings bodies into play. I think you play him for 2, if I recall correctly. And like, yeah, the regional promo is insanely broken. It gets rid of 2 things, ignoring barrier for 1. Like, that thing is stupid good. And Baby has so many ways to just eat up a board. Yeah, 35k double remove and remove a 4 or less barrier and plays a servant so he replaces himself. Like, that guy is, wow, phenomenal. Like, that guy is one of the most busted cards that we have ever seen, man. And I have always been saying that Baby is like tier 1.5. I was saying this when Baby wasn't as good, like, but I think that Baby is good. I think that Baby played maybe a bit slower, maybe a bit more mid-range than just like pure aggro, depending on the meta, of course. Is really strong, especially now with that new promo, which is just kind of really. Oh, he also has deflect. Yeah, he also has deflect. And doesn't stop running. The Nimbus being meta absolutely just shuts it down. The thing is, maybe you can pivot. Okay, so let's see this conversation a bit before I place Baby. Oh, it stopped. Okay, so So I think that Baby is. I think I'm still gonna put him in like at least 1.5. I think Baby is amazing with the newest promo. I might be crazy. Of course, hard floodgates are hard floodgates, and that's bad when you want to go gas. But like, I still think for what it does that it is pretty strong. Tier 3, tier 2. Because they're gonna go dormant. Tier 2. You've swung over many floodgates before. Tier 2, you guys say. Tier 1.5 if someone masters it, maybe. Yeah, I think always go for the head. Yeah, always go for the head. So yeah, I think like this. So I think that baby definitely has potential. No way that it is at same level as Android 21. I think that baby has a lot of potential to be 1.5. Blue Saiyan Monkey Pop's card. I think it can fight Majin and other decks just fine. Yeah, it can eat your board. It can fight some of those decks. But I think like... So, okay guys. Let's get over baby. We have data and footage of that proves it. Expert 21 cooks. I think that like he's very high tier 2, potentially tier 1.5. He's in there. He is between these two, definitely. I think that like on okay, let's say it like this. I think that the best way to go about it is like this. On average, in average player's hands with all of the support and playing baby properly, he's tier 2. If you in very capable, very capable hands, he's tier 1.5. Like he's definitely up there. This deck does everything on the planet, man. Like he draws, he cheats in things. He has one of the craziest he has one of the best boss monsters that we have ever seen, man. Like he eats up unisons. But if you see, we'll be playing yellow decks. That is true. Like he's absurdly energy efficient. That is also true, man. Like I think that on average, he's tier 2. On average, and in the hands of like expert players, he's tier 1.5. Like in the hands of expert players, he's definitely tier 1.5. Like there's, I don't think anyone is gonna be debating this. If all of yellow is tier 1, it would mean a lot to baby. I feel he's probably 1.7. That baby is as difficult to pilot as Shroom and Salsa. I don't think baby is as difficult as pilot as Shroom and Cumber. But like let's go let's put him here for now, and let's go. Like he can be, if you rock up to regional and it's only black and green decks, he can top easily. Yeah, he can top easily. His E-leader is great, navigating turns. His rock, if you rock and it's yellow, yeah, then it can be a problem. You can, well, the good thing about yellow is that it doesn't have protection, you know, so you can just kind of gobble them up. But like, yeah, I think yellow is a problem to everything at the point. So I think like this, I think he is high competitive. I think that with the newest promo and everything that we went over in this longest fucking conversation about baby, is I think that we can agree, maybe come to a consensus that 1.5 would be fine, especially if you're doubting his matchups versus yellow. He eats up everything else that he runs into. And then like if you really know how to play him, maybe, and you're lucky, maybe you can eat up yellow as well. And I think that would deserve a 1.5 tier. I think with the newest boss monster and everything, that kind of a situation would deserve a 1.5, in my opinion. Like he's more consistent than these guys. He has ability to be much crazier than these tier 2 guys. Art tier list when? I don't know. I know Takara mentioned this, so don't worry, mate. Gohan is tier 1. There's like no... I think no one is gonna argue that Gohan isn't tier 1. At this point in time, Gohan topped and won more events than either Red Saiyan or Gogeta. He won more? You didn't say nothing? Didn't you say if all of tier yellow wasn't yellow, aha, for baby. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. There's a lot of chat and messages in here. This guy won and topped more than anything else this year. Yes, his numbers have plummeted. Yes, now we see Golden Frieza, we see Majin, we see Spirit Bomb, we see other decks topping much more, but Gohan is still like meta defining. It's one of these decks, okay, I am going to play at regional event. Okay, do you have a plan to deal with Gohan? If yes, good. Do you have plan to deal with Majin and Spirit Bomb and other stuff? If no, back to the kitchen, cook up something else. So, I think Gohan is tier 1. I think no one's gonna debate this. The best part of Blue Baby is the promo is dirt cheap. Yeah, the promo is dirt cheap. Call Judge over for deck check, eat one of their cards and get them disqualified. Oh my god, that's the thing that happened. Yeah, if anyone here doesn't know the reference, this actually happened at Pokemon. At a Pokemon event lately. Hello, the cookout. Hello. So, this actually happened during a Pokemon event. Someone was losing, and then they called a judge for a deck check, and they ate one of... No, he was losing, then he grabbed one of his opponent's cards, ate him, sleeves and all, I guess, and then called the judge for deck check to try to sneak a win. The Pokemon is a special game. Anyway, Cell, yeah, so Cell, well, he at least topped twice, and he did very, very well. I mean, like, a mate did well with him at locals, but other than that, like, he didn't do much of anything else. Cell is one piece tier, especially because Bandai hates it. If it performs, it will suddenly hear the next day that another card still doesn't work. Cannot for the life of me figure out how people are performing with this leader. I have the exact same build that topped, and I still can't figure it out. I just can't figure this one out. They're just better than you. Man, I think that this one is... I think is tier 4. I'm sorry. I think that Cell is tier 4. Like, I don't think that, like... No, I saw the builds for it, and I saw the like potential and stuff, but this dude never did much, and now I don't think that he's gonna do much either in the upcoming meta. Even if people played it, it's still an uphill battle sometimes. Like, I think that he's just kind of locals. All respect to Freak, but Cell has no hope. Yeah, all respect to him. We are now going to Frieza swap, who we are going to put comfortably in tier 1.5. I don't want to clutter this one, but I kind of put it here, but I don't want to put too many decks here, so I'm just gonna put him in 1.5. Frieza swap is still good. He's still one of the best yellow decks. Like, he is not Yellow Saiyan or Golden Frieza good, but he is still up there. He's getting phenomenal results. The swap rule change does hurt him a bit, but that now just means that you're gonna run more of the deflect ones for added protection, and that's basically it. Now, this deck he's like, what, 30% of the deck is in your hand the entire game. You just draw like a madman. Has like billion combo power. Like, this one is tier 1.5 by far. Then we are reaching... Oh, we're slowly coming to new decks. Still good against certain decks. Red seems to be a problem. Matchup with Nex. We are reaching the Gohans and the Hedos and everything from the newest set. So let's go and check it out. Beast Gohan. Okay, so when I've learned that there is a story here somewhere. When I've learned that Beast Gohan is coming out, I've been I knew it because I saw the Cell promo that got leaked. So who's fighting Cell? It's Beast Gohan. And I talked with a buddy of mine. And he was so hyped. And I was also hyped. And I was like, I look at a lot of these things from like business standpoint. Which would be like, hey, it's Beast Gohan. It's like the poster child of the movie. It's like the big new thing. He had check. Do we all agree that Majin and Spirit Bomb are tier 1 while they have a rough time against a lot of... Do we all agree? Yeah, I think like hey Dark Kitten, yeah, I think yes. No man, Majin and Spirit Bomb don't have a rough time against Gogeta. You eat Gogeta alive. Like Gogeta doesn't do anything to you, man. I could not believe the idea that hey, Beast Gohan is gonna be bad. There's no way that Beast Gohan is gonna be bad, man. Like the idea was that this is gonna be like super aggressive, like he's Beast Gohan, you know he's coming for you, and everything. And then like it came out, he wasn't aggressive. Like okay, sure, Hedo compensated for that, but then it just kinda it's kinda like a wet fart, you know. It's just kinda he's here now. And like, what does he do? And well, he Z awakens fast, and then he can become huge in defense. He can become baseline 25. He can become baseline 30. Like he can become very very big. He can play Sin. And then like the rest is just kind of, yeah. The problem is that you are gonna compete with like yellow and blue, and you're gonna run into decks which are very happy. Like if you run into Android 21 or something, like you run into some decks which are very happy to go, you know, into long game with you. You run into colors which are just like perfectly fine doing this, and these colors will clap you because they are better at extending the game. Now, if you build red-blue Beast Gohan, you get some added defenses here, some very good defenses. You get the blue Gohan Floodgate because this is a superhero card. You get Whis as well, because like that's also awesome. You get stuff like Senzu Bean, for example. You get a lot of added defenses that's gonna make you very difficult to kill. It's gonna be not necessarily difficult to kill, difficult to attack and to overcome. And then if you play like Shlonku boss monster, you can beam yourself for your turn and your opponent's turn, and then you can unawaken rage to become 30k or something. There is a lot of stuff that you can do, but even with all of that, you just kind of sit there, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to use Sin and I'm gonna swing at you and stuff, and it doesn't have things to be good. So I think that this one is just kind of, yeah. I think he's not rogue. I think if you're playing blue red version, maybe, but like I think that this one is just bad. Like I might be convinced that it's not complete garbage, but like I mean he's not complete garbage, but like he doesn't do anything. Like he wants to play the long game against decks which do it better. He needs to run a lot of specific cards to even work, and it hurts his generic pool. Yeah, Gohan has a massive engine. Gohan has an insane engine. Oh my god, 57 people. Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us on our first non-regionals live stream on Twitch. Yeah, this is awesome. So let's take a look at Hedo. So Hedo won in Asia. Hey, Big O. Hey, man. So Hedo won in Asia. And then, like, we didn't have a lot. Thanks for doing this live. Thank you for joining us. He won in Asia. He didn't do much afterwards. Okay, let's be completely honest. There weren't many events after Asia. So we still need to see how Hedo performs more often on events. I think that he's extremely aggressive. I think that he really folds when he runs into robotic riposte. That he just folds and has an awful time. That he runs into dormant or any floodgate and then he has an awful time. 1 second. Other than that, I think that he has a lot of potential to be super strong. He's stronger than Gohan. At minimum, he's better than Gohan. He brings up one of those old situations, and that is, do you have a floodgate? If you don't have a floodgate, Hedo is going to clap you. He's just going to clap you silly if you don't draw into your floodgate. If you draw into your floodgate, you will be bullying a small fat boy basically the entire day. He's not gonna do anything. You're just gonna break his toys, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah, and he doesn't like board removal either. So he can beat the crap out of you if you don't draw into those things. He's just gonna beat you silly. But the moment you draw into them, he folds completely. So I wish to say that Hedo is better than Gohan. I'm sorry, my fiance just redeemed Chef's hat and now she's laughing at me. So, Hedo is better than Gohan, but he just kind of folds around other stuff. I think I'm going to place him here. If you don't, if he doesn't run into floodgate, he's just placed here. Okay, I have to put on the hat. She's like, yes. Oh, and now Cody also redeemed the chef's hat. So chef's hat stays for 2. Chef's hat stays for the next 2 leaders. You are enjoying yourself. Yeah. So, on Cream Blade also. Okay, for the next 3 ones, the chef's head stays on. Okay. Gogeta. Are we going? Oh my god, another one. Okay, so for 4, next 4 leaders are cooking with Shenron. Oh, cooking Gogeta. Hey, let us add a bit of yellow spice and sprinkle some blue in it, some Gokus, some Vegetas, and then we can collectively cry because it folds to yellow non-stop. I love seeing Gogeta be knocked out of tier 1. It's super mid. Is gifting 1 tier 1 sub to the lookouts community. Is gifting what is sub. Okay. Thank you, Demon XL, for gifting a tier 1 sub. I'm getting that coffee table. Don't worry, it's coming soon. We are looking at some nice tables. Yeah, I'm still getting around to Twitch and how subs and everything works, guys. So, Gogeta. Okay, Scantivore subscribe with Prime. Okay, so for 5. Oh, and there was another sub. So, next 6 ones are with the chef's hat. Coffee table get. So, Gogeta. Gogeta folds to Vegeta's final flash. Gogeta folds to yellow entirely. And it just happens that yellow is the best color in the game at the moment. And Gogeta just doesn't do anything. Here's the thing. If you take Gogeta to the regionals, you're going to discover a couple of things. If you run into yellow decks, you will cry. Like you'll just get clapped like crazy. Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. If you run into Pan or something that's hyper aggro, you're going to lose horribly. Like, you will find that your deck just can't combo out of things and he's just gonna get tossed around. If you run into a slower matchup, you're gonna beat it probably. If you run into something that's slow and that's not yellow, you're gonna beat it. One of these days I'm gonna have to learn the story behind the coffee table. You don't know the story behind the coffee table. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. 1 second, mate. And I am going to get you the story of the coffee table. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it is... Sorry guys for the interruption. You can in the meantime discuss how Gogeta gets clapped by things. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. Here is the story of... Oh, do you want us... Let's do it like... 1 second. Yeah, let's do it here. Let's do it here. Okay. So give me just 1 moment, guys. So if I do this, this happens. Okay.
Previously on the lookout.
13th place, set 6 Gogeta PR. I believe this was Exodia build, but I'm not sure. I will check. If this is Exodia build, I'm going to flip a table. If this is Exodia build. You've asked for a table. NANI? So yeah, that was the story of the coffee table, everyone. That was the story. Oh, it was too quiet. I'm sorry. I'm gonna send it here. Here you go. Here is the story of the coffee table. 10 out of 10 editing. Thank you. Thank you. So anyways, Gogeta. Run the video time. I think Gogeta players build like the poor... Yeah, I don't think that Gogeta is good. I think that Gogeta loses to way too much at the moment. I would not even put Gogeta in tier 1.5. I would put Gogeta in like... It has potential. I don't think that he's 1.5. He folds to everything yellow. He folds to everything that's mildly aggressive. Selmex is on the list. It's gonna end up 1.5 with Pen. So I don't think that Gogeta... I think Gogeta is a huge trap. I think that a lot of people are looking at it now because the Z extra card is amazing, the boss monster is cool and everything, but in the current meta where everything just gets negated, all of your abilities, and then you just lose, it's not cool. Hey Floppy, Selmex eats Gogeta for breakfast. Yeah man, Selmex does ungodly things to Gogeta. Selmex, no, he doesn't. He gets enough to be considered tier 2. He can't break out to top 4. You're talking about Selmex? Selmex is gonna be amazing. Oh, and now I'm gonna say that Janemba is bad. Janemba is awful. Wait a second, 4 new messages. In regards to Gogeta, yeah, Gogeta is tier 2. Janemba is bad, Janemba is awful. It's a horrible nightmarish deck. I'm still gonna say that it doesn't do anything. I don't believe that Janemba does anything. I think maybe extending the Z deck or doing something to help it out a bit more would have been better. But I don't think that Janemba is awful. I think Janemba is just bad. I have Inner Cell Max. You're going to make me want to build it. No good. Tier 1 plays. Bigger more. Fucks you, etc. Some actually just an insane deck. Wait till we get to Goku Black. He's also trash can. Yeah, I think Janemba is just garbage. I think it's garbage. I don't see any redemption for this one. I think, like... Yeah, I don't think that this is gonna be good at all. Bottom on red and blue are good. Great. Go Bros, tier 2, tier 1.7. I don't think... Okay, so Go Bros. I don't think that Go Bros is tier 1.7. It's not a difficult deck to pilot. It's by far not a difficult deck to pilot. The deck itself is... I have it built completely. And this deck is so stupid good. He is brutally consistent. He's brutally consistent. He draws so much. He can draw your entire deck if you wish to do so. Then, like, what can... If you want to play Bardock units, and I don't play with Bardock. I prefer my Demigras over anything else, but you can play with Bardock. Then it goes into more hand destruction route, where you just do things and then kill and then destroy hand. I'm sorry, I just knocked this thing down. Anyway, yeah. Oh my god, 60 people came. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. Really means a lot. I think this deck is insane. I think that you might say tier 1.5. 1.7, I don't believe he's 1.7. He's better than a competitive deck. But I think that Go Bros is at least as good as Gohan. I think that he is... Now, you can call me crazy, but I think that Go Bros is at least as good as Gohan. Like, at least. Like, maybe not better. Playing Go Bros exclusively at the moment. If I can get to the point, I feel I'm playing at tier 1.5 plus level, then great. Now I think that like this one is at least as strong as Gohan. I think it's like... Yeah, I think I would agree with most of the chat. I think that he belongs in 1.5, but here's what's gonna happen. Gohan is either gonna be hit at some point. I wouldn't be shocked if something happened to it. Maybe it won't. But like, if we look at statistics and stuff, like maybe it won't. It probably won't. But Go Bros is... Just because you're running such a small engine and you can draw so much. And like, yeah, if you find your pod, you are just having a blast at that point. Go Bros is generic enough to be the generic green deck. His engine is exceptionally small. You just do the pod, you do the 1-drops, and you play the boss monster. And that's it. Everything else is green good stuff. Like, that's insane. Like, that's crazy. Gohan at least has to play more things. Go Bros doesn't. So I think that at this point in time, we can say that arguably we can say that he's 1.5. He can be tier 1 if you wish. There is such a small difference between the two. But in time, if green keeps getting generic support, this one is just gonna get better and better and better in time. We'll see if the game survives long enough for it to be tier 1. Then let's see what's happening here. Why is Tom shouting at people again? Free your cricket, he's 2 at most. They never expected the third leader crit. How many extra cards is everyone running? Sounds like you're playing. This is the blind. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I think I caught up to everything. Let's get to Broly. I don't like Broly. I mean, that's it. Like, I don't like Broly. I think Tom is ratioing about ratios. Okay. Tom loves numbers, so let him do that. So when it comes to Broly, I don't like it. I think that there are cool ways to do it. That you can do like the green 4-drop, whatever its name is, I forgot. And then you can evolve for free, and then you can force your opponent to discard a bunch and stuff. But I don't think that this one is very good, man. Like, I think Tamed Beast and Deathless Warrior. Yeah, thanks. He spent so long making his leader at tier 1, they forgot to make him tier 1. Pikkon pushes me to play Frieza extras and it's been working so far. Broly sucks. I have way too many hours in it. I think that, like, the problem with Broly is once again the same thing with the... Yeah, he doesn't draw a lot. And if you just leave the 6-drop alone, he kind of folds. He stops his engine. He doesn't stop his engine. He doesn't fold, but he's taken back. So, like, he has to invest extra resources to keep going and cycling things and stuff like that. So, I don't think that Broly is good. Like, I don't think that he is good. I think that he's locals. I don't think that he's good. Then again, I've never played an OG Broly deck before. I didn't OG Broly as a character. They can't awaken. I think some SS3, SSR, and then Tim and Atlas. At least there's a lot of diversity. I didn't put OG Broly here on this one because I don't know enough about that deck, but I've heard that that deck got a lot. So, where are we now? We are now like Gogeta, Go Bros, Janemba, Broly, so like 2 more with the hat. Okay. Kid Ku. Kid Ku can, well, let's say it like this. He's, oh, okay, so head stays for Fu as well. Okay, so Kid Ku can go and join Broly in tier 4. Like, there we go. Problem solved. I don't think head must stay on for Fu. Oh, man. So, I think that Kid Ku is cute. I think that his ability to blank things is awesome. I don't think that his ability to blank things is... Blank unisons is very important now. That's gonna play a role when we get the unisons. Then it's gonna play a bigger role. But I just think that you attack a lot and you get like big attackers and stuff. But they're just kinda, single strike. If that thing didn't have for the game, if he only didn't have for the duration of the game, he would have been so good. He would have been so good. Because then you could play the previous anniversary box Gohan and give your leader the ability to just give everything barrier. And now you have like barrier beat sticks on the board. But no. Don't make me eat another Korin leader. Mate, were you so hungry that you ate the first one? Let's talk Baba. So, if you're playing on webcam, Baba is tier 0. If you're playing on webcam, Baba is the most broken deck. Baba is just going to frustrate everyone. Everyone alive is gonna get frustrated with Baba if you play it on webcam, except you, because you're probably, sadistic and you enjoy people just screaming at you and trying to figure out how to show you their top deck and then put it back down without time running out and you beating them on time. Shu charismatic turn 1 is a thing right now. Okay. So I think that Baba is... but let's look at it like this. I'm gonna be very controversial about this, so I'm just gonna explain it briefly. Baba's ability to set up the top deck is very strong. Like, it's really strong. Now, there are two scenarios, right? You are either playing against you're playing against a deck which can't draw more than 2 cards, and then you're just having a blast, and they're being frustrated as you keep digging their best card down and down and down. Or you're playing against a deck which can draw a bunch of cards, which is most tier 1 1.5 decks, and then they are just like, haha, I'm drawing into everything. But the thing is, when you look at your opponent's top 3 cards, you get hand information. You know what's coming. Even if they can draw it, it's very strong in a way. It's like 50% less than, let's say, less than, let's say, Broly Crown, because you don't look at their entire hand, but you know the next 3 things that are coming into it, and that information is strong. You can play your monsters for dirt cheap once you get enough of them running under the field card. It has the mini spirit bomb. We can call it a mini spirit bomb because it only brings you to 20k, I think, plus 20, and it's not free. So yeah, but I think that Keishu hits most decks right now. What decks charismatic turn 1? Go Bros. Yeah, Go Bros has charismatic turn 1. So, other than that, you're running the generic yellow package, which is also strong. So, honestly, I'm gonna be pissing off people. But like, I feel like putting Baba here, but I'm not gonna be. If I want to be adventurous, I would put Baba in tier 3. If I really feel like being adventurous tonight, because the things that Baba does are really, really strong. Really strong. And you can play her like as a generic mini Spirit Bomb, and Grandpa Gohan is strong and everything. But like realistically, like I think that she's gonna end up in tier 4. I think she's just gonna end up in tier 4. Unless you're playing webcam. Good ones run unisons. Yeah, unless you're playing webcam, then Baba is tier 0 and it should be banned. And now we got to Fu. Let's go. So, before I place him anywhere, Fu has an issue that's very apparent in his reliance to his Z-Stack, Z-Battle card Fus. Yes, there is a reliance there, and that can be an issue. But, if you're having problems running a bunch of Fus, running out of Fus and stuff, your Z-Deck doesn't have to be anything other than a bunch of Fus and Fus Lab. Like, Black has good Z-Battle cards, but like not enough for you to just not sacrifice some of them. 1 lap 6 Fu the god. Anyway, I think that Fu is gonna be tier 1. I think Fu is going to round up tier 1. I'm 1000% certain that Fu is going to be the best Black deck going forward. I think he's stronger than SS4 SSG Trunks. Fu already has done pretty well. It's not super difficult to pilot, and it just hits you like crazy. So I think that Fu is going to be tier 1. Like, it's gonna be the Black representative in tier 1. It's gonna be the next Boogeyman. Like, it's already doing very well. But we will see. We have a couple of events coming up now. We might be streaming the French regionals. I still need to confirm that on Sunday. But we have Latam on Saturday, a live event, and then France on Sunday. We might stream that one. So we'll see how Fu keeps performing. Anyway, What are you guys now on about? Who is strong as it is? What are you guys on about now? Oh, the other cat came. Hey, Vieverica. Stai, beba. Stai, beba. Yeah, she's super sleepy. Anyway, the Migra. I don't know anything about this one. Give me 1 second. What the hell does this one even do? Nah, man, like, the Migra is an old one. I think that this one did not do much. Ever. I mean, not ever, but like, it hasn't done anything. It hasn't done anything in quite a while. I don't think it's gonna do anything even now. I think that my only gripe is, like, is it casual locals or is it trash? Like, it's one of these two. I think that out of some respect for the Migra fans and Wormhole and everything, I'm just gonna like put it here, and that's gonna be it for the Migra. Yeah. So, okay, I'm just checking. You can see this normally on Twitch, so I'm the one who can see because of chat. And the Migra is the worst of the overround decks. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Migra is that bad. I think Toa Chaos Bringer is worse when it comes to like overwhelm decks. But that one has different issues. Then we get to... Oh my god, we're almost done. Then we get to this one. So the thing with this one is, well, you know how Heartfelt Plea was... It was what? It was errated, it was limited, it was in the game forever. Even before it was hit, it was in the game forever and stuff. And in this entire period, the deck and Yellow Baby... Nah, man, like, that deck is... Yeah, that deck and Yellow Baby are the same tier. The entire period where, like, we could have used Heartfelt if we wanted, this deck didn't do anything. And now it got like, oh, now it has its own Heartfelt and it's gonna be awesome. No, it's shit. It's not gonna do anything. We're just gonna put it in, like, locals. And, like, maybe you can cheese a win at locals. And that's it. Like, it's not... I don't think that it is even rogue. I think it's just... Yeah. You can cheese a win in locals with this one, and that's it. Hatch. Oh god, Hatch. So, Hatch is good. Hatch is very good. Hatch keeps proving himself. Hatch keeps proving himself constantly. And yeah, Hatch needs to go away. This deck has stopped a lot. Like, this deck has almost stopped as much as SSG Trunks. Almost. Like, H is always somewhere. It's super strong. It has the new Floodgate, not actual counter attack card. The promo one, 1.7, 1.7. Yeah, Hatch needs to get in the bin. Like, people really hate Hatch, man. And I think that 1.7, oof. I'm more like, okay, so Hedge is tier 2 at least. I think Hedge has stopped enough to be considered tier 2. I think he has really topped enough to be tier 2. I think that we can all agree on that. Like, Hedge stops every like third event somewhere. And it's not always Evo who's playing it. So he does very well, and I would still like put him in like tier 2 because of that. Like, it's still strong. So I think that it has proven itself capable of consistently hitting at least one deck per event. Has proven himself like to consistently get into top 16. So now we are looking at Cooler. Oh my god, like, guys, Cooler. Oh, holy shit. So, this one. Man, what do you guys think of Cooler? Like, oh my god. The support for Cooler is insane. Like, it is so good. Like, the Z leader is phenomenal. He's gonna be snapped. Yeah. Cooler Z leader is phenomenal. The new Checkland is also great. Like, that one is good. Frieza is so good. Frieza is also amazing. Cooler support is nutty. Bursting Rage is broken. Which one is Bursting Rage? I can't remember by the name. Let me just check. Bursting Rage. That one. Would you really run that one? I'm not sure, but okay, maybe. Where is King Cold? Hey, Jamie, King Cold was being played when you weren't following the game, and now it's cursed again, and it's nowhere. Now, I thought that I placed King Cold here. I looks like I've missed it. It's so good, I can't wait. I think a lot of you guys are so hyped for Cooler. Now let me ask you just one thing. Okay. So before we discuss more stuff, what are you gonna do when your opponent slaps a Koitsukai on you? Because, like, I think he didn't completely cover his original weakness. He's got better at what he did. He's not better than the tier 1 decks. Yeah, he's not better than the tier 1 decks. I think he's not. But, like, what are you gonna do when your opponent starts slapping you with Koitsukais? And then you can't use Arrivals anymore. Play through Koitsukais. Play the Fire Drop promo or the new Checkland they get over Koitsukai. Okay. Good answers. So, that's a lot of energy, that is true. Koitsukai against... No, not against King Cold. King Cold is a pain to build. King Cold has a massive engine. That is true. He's not a pain to build. Bursting Rage is +3. I mean, Cooler is gonna be amazing. I think Cooler is gonna be amazing. The Z-Lead lets you tank the Koits. That's also true. You can take the Koits. That's also true. Oh my god, man. Okay, so guys, I think that you on average will need to arrival twice versus any bomb. Okay, so let me just focus on the tier list, because I'm gonna catch up with your messages later. So, Cooler is definitely not meta defining. He's not tier 1. No. Like, I think a lot of people will get disappointed when they start running into Koitsukais. I think that's gonna hurt a ton when you're playing Cooler. He's definitely better. So, I would say it like this, Cooler so far was tier 3. He was definitely tier 3. He was creeping to tier 2. Like, Cooler topped so much, despite, Koitsukais and everything. Koitsu, it's 20k or less. It's a little bit easier to... You best make sure to show respect to the next leader. Yeah, the hat is coming on, Pete, for the next one. So, I don't think that Cooler is gonna be as strong. I'd say he was tier 3 before. Can see why he couldn't sit in tier 2. And I would agree with you, Chum. I think Cooler is gonna be tier 2. I think that tier 1, tier 1.5 is wishful thinking for Cooler. I think he's gonna be tier 2. He was definitely tier 3 before. Now he's gonna climb up. On the first events of Anniversary Box meta, Cooler is gonna look like tier 1.5 or tier 1 deck. Like, everyone's gonna be running Cooler. Everyone is gonna run Cooler in the first events. And then it's gonna fall off. Like the same thing is gonna happen with Sin. I think these two in particular will look like the best decks in the game in the first like 2 or 3 events, and then people will start adapting and clapping them, and then they're gonna be tier 2 basically. I don't think that they're tier 1. So or 1.5, and they're definitely not 1.7. And now now is the time. We have reached the apex of card game design. We are talking about Invoker now. Alright, so what's gonna happen with this? Tier 2 is fair. It will be good with just one more card copy. Oh man, so here's the thing. Tier 4, extremely casual deck. A leader for cheaters coming up. Oh man. Oh, tier 8. I love crazy just like he just popped out like first time chat. Tier 8. Oh man, Peter, there are people hopping in the chat for the first time to say that Invoker is tier 8. Anyway, guys, okay. I'm a firm believer that Invoker has to get some sort of support. It has to get something, because I feel for my co-host Peter, for my good mate Peter, I feel for him. I think Bandai just keeps teasing poor Peter, because it's just like, hey, look at all of these Invoker support. Too bad the deck sucks. Hey. So like that's a big problem here. So it needs to get support so that Peter can actually play it. Put it next to Janemba. I missed the argument for Gogeta being in tier 2. Please explain to me. I will. Just let me deal with Invoker. So I'm not gonna beat around the bushes. Okay, Invoker is like at this point in time, all my money maxing the deck is not going to waste. Invoker is like on a good day he's tier 4. On a good day, if stars align, he's tier 4. But if you're Peter Dance, he's tier 0. So he's tier 1.7 then. Like I get he's tier. Wait a second. Let me do this. Add a row. Wait a second. We do it like this. Add a row above. Sure. And then like click here and write if god damn it, your Peter Dance. There you go. If your Peter Dance, by the way, Legends sucks. Can't read Frieza, Peter King. There you go. So this is where Invoker goes. $500 in tier 4 deck. On a good day, you do like me. I don't mind tier 4 at this stage. One day it will be gods again. What's Invoker doing when I draw into Homicidal, Dormant, and Super Combo? It cries. Fun fact is that Universe N is a better version of Invoker in Tier 5. Okay. So, let's go to the next one. Android 16. Android 16 is... put respect on Android 16. Android 16 is just sadly Tier 4. Losing Boo Unison was rough. Yeah, I believe Tom, because Tom played this deck. Like, that's his deck. So, put respect on ACC. Brobot for life. Well, Android 16 is... Let me see. So, well, it's like this. It's one of these, you know. If you are Jared Lopez, it's like Invoker. Like, he's like here, but other than that, here's like Tier 4. Would be Tier 1 for fun at least. Jared quit on the deck, so it isn't a valid argument. Oh, well, then he's definitely Tier 4. Yeah, he's Tier 4. Like, there you go, Android 16. I think you need more help. And, yeah. Then we go to Bardock. Oh my god, a lot of people are hyped for Bardock. I've seen a lot of hype for this one. So, respect my boy. Okay, so I have seen the newest cards. And they're good. Like, the support that Bardock got is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. We are just for this deck. Anthony Matuszak. Right? I think I pronounced this correctly. Nice. Bardock got a lot of support. Like my head, the couple of hairs left on my head. Okay, its biggest weakness is now solved. That is true. Sure how Bork and Pilot SS4 to the top spot. Oh, 1 second. Before I talk about this, there was a question. I can't pronounce this. Noctislokius. Let's say. You missed the argument for Gogeta being in Tier 2. Please explain why he isn't. Okay, so the reason Gogeta is in Tier 2 is because it folds completely to yellow. It just loses to yellow decks. You negate Gogeta skills, you blank his cards, you just beat him like crazy. And he also loses against any amount of above average aggression. You don't have combo power to keep up with the amount of swings, and then you just kind of fold. Like, if he's fighting slower decks, he's very good. He's amazing at fighting slower decks. But as you can see, like Tier 1 and 1.5, these aren't slower decks. Like, these are going to eat you alive if you're playing Gogeta. That's why he's Tier 2. He's still good, but he's not Tier 1 material. There's a lot of... I think SS4 is best counterplaying control match deck. The deck is one of the best one-drops in the game. At least you can play in Tier 30 double, KO2, let the opponent discard 1, +5 leader. Deck will tool sometimes it's tip and easily counter. Sure hope Poke can pilot SS4 to the spot and prove that it is Tier 1. Yeah, I would say that SS4 Bardock. Oh, first time chat. New Broly only Tier 4. Gonna have to work on improving that. Yeah. Go top some events with Broly. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. I want to see a topping Broly build. What else do we have here? So Bardock. I think Bardock is not an easy deck to pilot. I think he is very pilot skill dependent. I think Bardock is super pilot. Like, this deck has never been easy. Like, he's never been easy to play. But I don't think that he's at the level of these two. I think that he is... I think that he is Tier 2. I think that Bardock is gonna be very competitive right now. He's gonna be super, super hard to play. King Cold is in tier 3. King Cold is in tier 3. He isn't hard to play. Too strong to be on the list. Bardock is absolutely just tier 3. I think he's tier 2. I think he's tier 2, man. Like, I think with all the newest support, he's gonna be doing good. I'll prove he snapped in Barcelona. And the dual attacker granted. Why is the real invoker in tier 5? Well, you know, it is because Peter Dance occupied his entire tier, and then like this one had to pay the price. That's why, sadly. Let's talk about Cell. You'll have to beat Damien's Super 17. Think you can do it. No one can beat Damien's Super 17. Cell tier 0. I don't think Cell is tier 0. I think Cell is, in my opinion, how many subs to put other Invoker above the OG Invoker? Cell tier 3. Cell tier 3. Series great by hits negs. Guys, like, it's basically, why play Cell when I can play Go Bros? Guys, have you watched Man Shows Up, slap some asses, or doesn't and goes home regardless? Guys, have you been following Cell's performance over the last couple of events? Cell just keeps stopping. Like, it's stupid to see it happen, because like right now, because of Gohan, we were in a meta game where everyone was like picking anti-hand destruction, right? Like Daburaz and the other free plays and stuff, and then Cell just kind of shows up. What event did Cell top? Oh man, now I have to go and dig through them, man. Don't do this to me, Tom. Oh, actually, give me 1 second and I will let you know. 1 second. Where the hell did... What kind of a website is this? New... No. I don't want to watch Eggman. I don't want to watch Eggman. I want to watch decks which perform leaders. Do you have that, Eggman? You don't have that. Okay, sure. Okay, so World Resurgence. Sure. A Cell topped Gencon. Then going down, he topped Oceania in the previous metagame. He topped another Oceania event. He topped a couple of them. Oh, there is also another one. Okay, yeah, so Cell did top in the past. Peter once... You have broken your oath, Paladin. No, you have watched Eggman. You have broken your oath now. So like, I love Eggman. Anyway, so I think Cell is good. I still think that Cell is good. Like, okay, he probably did not top enough. So I can say like, okay, tier 3. Let's say that Cell is tier 3 then. He is still pretty damn strong. No, he did well in France, I think like twice or 3 times also. But that's the mono green version. Like mono green pure hand destruction version, or green black Cell as well. These are phenomenal, man. These are amazing. I just got back and noticed how is Super 17 above UI Goku on the list. That I believe that only you can crack. Like, there is very good Super 17 build out there, and I believe that if there's any pilot who can crack it, it's definitely you. I think that you can crack this one. So, claims to have secret spies, but I don't buy it. Okay, sure, okay. So, Subscriber at tier 1, Agent Orange. That means that the hat goes on. The hat goes on. My hat will go on. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Don't make me try that deck again. Go and try it. Go try it, man. Then we have the bad deck. Like the very, very bad deck. I mean, like, this one is just bad. There's not much to say here. Like, this one is just, it's not even rogue. It's just shit. Like, it doesn't do anything anymore. Yeah, like, he's bad. Like, he's just bad. This one was passed, so I'm gonna keep the hat on for the next one as well. Gogeta. I love it. Move Goku Black down more. That is true. That is true. Like, I think he's actual trash, probably. Thank you for correcting me. I've almost made a horrible mistake. Gogeta. Yeah. I love this deck because I love OG Gogeta. I like the support that it got. The Z Leader is amazing. The newest Gogeta that beans him is cool. The Z Battle card is phenomenal in this deck. But, you know, the permanent on the Unawakened side is so crippling. It is so crippling that, like, we just don't... We just can't put it higher than, like... He can do well in casuals. If, like, Whis can do well in casuals, and this dude can do well in casuals, then this dude can do well in casuals as well. Like, I think if this shit can do well, then, like, this one can do casuals as well. And I'm giving myself these casuals. Now time for the real boss. Okay. Now it's time for Quad Coup. Yeah, so this one is very meme. It's definitely very meme. There are some even more meme ways to make him work, which is like so stupid when you look at it. Like, there is the green-blue version, which runs... It runs green-blue solely that it can run Pan. And then give it to the opponent. And then force them. It's such a stupid deck. But, like... I mean, yeah, Genta is the real boss. Why not Green Android 16 at all? I think Green Android 16 is trash. I must have missed it when I was pulling leaders. Yeah, I think this one is... Well, the problem is, like, it's kind of... The Goku 4-drop that we got, the one that allows you to awaken faster, that one is amazing. That one is phenomenal. It fixes the awakening issue. It has critical, it's 1 energy, 15k crit beater, and it also does something else. Like, that one is great. Pan is also awesome. Pan is very good. However, and I'm talking about, you know, the second activate main effect. That one is good. Just KO something in game blocker. But the problem is Green Android 16 had one top 16. One. And I can't remember which event it was. I think it was like Oceania or something. I'm not sure. But it had only one and that's it. And it was a super small event. So with Goku, the thing is that you can do so much. You can just kind of butcher your opponent completely with the quad strike, but you're paying such a high price to do it. And that's like really... I think he's strong. I think like this, okay. He was actual trash, unplayably bad. And now he has like moved up to tier 4. And that's it. I think that now he's good enough to bring to locals and maybe not play at the last table. I think he's good enough for that. So, and sometimes you might even cheat in a win. Who knows? Like I said, maybe he can do well. He's definitely gonna do well on webcam. He's definitely gonna do well on webcam. Because I'm guaranteeing you that this one is gonna top a webcam event. For the simple reason of the opponent is going to can't read your cards, and if you tell them, they sometimes forget, and they're going to forget that they shouldn't charge the fourth energy and get pen online. And at some event, enough people will forget to do that. Not to do that, and then this one is gonna top. And it's gonna happen. At some point, that's gonna happen. Janemba. Okay, so Janemba is also another one which topped a lot. I don't think it got anything. It's still better than the shitty new version that we got. It's still pretty strong. I think that this one, I think it has potential. I would put this one in tier 2, honestly. I think that this one has stopped. It has stopped it has stopped more than Cell. It definitely topped more than Cell. It still keeps stopping. It's very good in the metagame. Like, if you play against Go Bros, it can be okay. It's good in a metagame where opponent just draws a lot. That's fine. That's what Janemba wants you to do. I think that he's good enough to be like tier 2. I think Janemba, like some other decks here, has proven itself across the last 3 metagames. This thing has been topping every few events. There's one of them somewhere, sometimes 2, and I think that's fair enough to say okay, we can give it tier 2. Meal 2, please. Yes, definitely. And now we're reaching the more interesting ones. Okay, Soul Striker. Oh man. So yeah, Soul Striker. Where do we put this one? I think Miyamoto. Hey man, Green Super 17 is trash even with no man. Green Super 17 is very, very good, man. Green Super 17 is insane. It's super good. I really hope that someone now figures it out. I really hope that someone figures it out now. Or maybe don't figure it out so that I can try to beat you at regionals with this. I mean, at the finals. Oh, guys, come on. I think Soul Striker is trash, but people keep topping with the deck. Yeah, people really keep topping with this one. Often. This one has so many tops. It's crazy how many times this one has topped. So, and it also won a couple of events. I think that Soul Striker is 1.5. I think Soul Striker is just 1.5. He's super powerful. He's super strong. And there is Invoker. And but yeah, he's tier 1.5. Then what else do we have? We have Magenta. Well, Magenta is clearly tier 0. Let me do this. There we go. Okay, so what else do we have? Man 1.5 should have Pen or Cell Max. Okay, Trunks Reboot. Magenta is next to Toa. No, Magenta is the best employer ever. He's the best employer. Pays his employees very fairly. The boss is great. The boss is great. He is. Yes. Okay, anyway, so After saying this PR statement, totally not at gunpoint, let's go to Cell Max. Cell feels like tier 3. Guys, Cell Max. Nah, man. Like, Cell Max is insane. Like, this deck, this is probably close to the best that Red has at the moment. It's closest to Red good stuff that we have. Cell is nuts. Cell is insane. I like and I prefer the red blue version of Cell. Floppy, you've played red yellow, I think. I saw someone post red yellow list somewhere. But like, yeah, I have red blue version. Okay, you have, no, it wasn't you. Okay, I know someone played red yellow. I haven't tried that one yet, but red blue, yeah, Cell is tier 1.5. Cell is possibly tier 1. Like, he's possibly tier 1, man. Like, I might even just put it here, just cause like none of these have protection for the horrible stuff that Cell is gonna do to them. Like, this deck is just absolutely bonkers. It is insane. It's just stupid good. But we can put him in 1.5. I think he's not as good, but we'll put him in 1.5. Baby is, with all respect to Benjamin, who absolutely stomped with Yellow Baby on regionals. That was so awesome to hear. He just came and demolished Gohan. That was insane. But I think that more... you played red, blue, and red. You like mono red. I think red, blue are equally good. Because the deck is little sequencing nightmare. So for Baby is... I think Baby is just sticking to tier 4. So like Baby is... Baby is super strong when stars align and when you're a phenomenal player. Other than that, it's not as good. It hasn't been performing consistently enough for me to put him in Rogue. Nick is literally... He just loses if opponent has a floodgate, yeah. Vegito. So Vegito, I don't think that a lot of people play this one quite a while. I don't think a lot of people play this one in quite a while, man. Like, this one is ancient. The support that it got is cute. Chef set. Okay, chefs. The issue with red yellow is it kills itself and loses to floodgate. Yeah, but you play like mono yellow Baby instead of red yellow. You just play mono. Vegito with support is at least tier 3. It's good with new stuff, shockingly. Okay. 1,000 copies of this stupid Unison and Reaper. So, tier 3, you say, guys. Alright. Let's put Vegito in tier 3. Now let's talk about Bardock. I'm not really sure why I've put Bardock here. I like him a lot. I really like Bardock a lot. It's a fun deck. It's really a fun deck. So it's basically like, it's similar to SS4 Goku, right? But it's worse. Like, Goku has more tools, more things going for him. Trash tier minimum for Bardock. Nah, man. Like, I think where is Xeno Sin on the list? Lol. I didn't put all of the leaders. I would say Xeno Sin is like tier 4. And Black Bardock is just bad. Tier 3 if you deck crack space-time. I mean, like, you can do like cracking space-time critical swings at your opponent. That's good. But yeah, I also think that... I don't think that it's trash. I think that it's just like casual look. He's better than all of this shit. Like, he's by far better than all of this shit. So, Pan. And now we get to Pan. Oh my god, guys. Like, Pan is... Oh man. So, Pan is definitely the red deck to play. Pen is definitely the red deck to play. Pen has been very good for some time now. Pen has been very good for some time now. It's been topping like crazy since the last metagame, and now it has even better tools. So it can play like the new Cell Max and get like a 30k guy and draw a card. That's awesome. It has the stupid-ass Broly. Like the stupid-ass Broly. And yeah, I think that this one is... there's not a lot of beating around the bush. This one is tier 1.5. Like, it's definitely 1.5. Like, stupid good deck. It's just gonna keep performing well. It also beats Gogeta. Yeah, Ben also beats Gogeta. Yeah. So I think 1.5 or 1.7. Really, the best red deck is Android 13, but I don't see him here. I put 79 leaders on this tier list. I just couldn't put everything. I forgot about some things. But yeah, Trunks. I think that Trunks has proven himself to be the best blue good stuff deck. The best blue good stuff deck. He is very good against Gohan. He has protection from being critted. He can play like cool blue things. He doesn't do... What about the man, the myth, the legend, Shlonku? Shlonku is so strong that Twitch banned him, man. Like we couldn't put him here. Like YouTube has the exclusive rights to Shlonku, unfortunately. So let's look at Trunks. So for Trunks, let's put this guy. I think this guy is definitely 1.5 as well. Like if Soul Striker is your go-to blue, more aggressive good stuff deck, then Trunks is your go-to slower blue good stuff deck. Like without a doubt, Trunks is absurd as well. And then we come to Gotenks. This one is not good. Like this one is just not good. Like it won and let them by the same person multiple times. So I think that says far more about the pilot than the deck itself. It's not so difficult to pilot so that it's like 1.7. Well, yeah, Trunks is 1.5. Here he is. So I think this one is just... I don't think it's even rogue. You would like Gotenks, but it feels pilot dependent, but probably 3 or 4. Yeah, I think it's like here. Shlonku weakness anti-crit. Yeah. Trunks anti-crit. A monkey. Okay, so we get to the last couple of ones. Oh my god, we're almost done with this. So, oh my god, it's midnight. What? Okay. Monkey is absurd. This deck is so stupid good. Like, okay, so yeah, I think Apeku is the definition of pilot. Yeah, I think we can just put him here. I think Apeku is the definition of pilot dependent, along with the other ones. Like, if you know how to sequence with this deck, it just demolishes everything. If you know, but so little people know how to play this deck properly. I'm not one of them who can play this deck properly, but not a lot of people know how to do this. And now he got Kamehameha, the Z extra card. Now he got Grandpa Gohan on top of everything. Now he's just gonna beat you. He's gonna, if you're running into Gohan, he's just gonna sit there on 2 energies, and then he's just gonna clap you. And like, it's gonna do horrible things. But you need to know how to play it. Every event has a couple of these, but not always do they reach into top 16. And that says a lot. If someone knows how to sequence him, please tell me. So, attack with wardrobe, turn into Ebb, then swing with the leader and draw 2. So that's the only sequence it has. Okay, we get to Vegito. Now, has anyone tried out this Vegito? I think that it's very mid. I don't think that he has like a lot of potential to be like tier 2. I think that he, with his engine, he can probably fit into tier 3. I think he might be above tier 4, but I'm not sure just by looking at it. I think the only way to really play is abuse blue Vegeta for advantage while winning with good black cards. Yeah, like just emo that in my opinion that Vegito is trash. I mean he's a Black Saiyan, and it's fine. He's an amazing. We just covered the starter deck recently. Like he's an amazing starter deck for new players. This is definitely very good with this Vegito. I think that his cards aren't as good. Yeah, that is true. But like, I think that he's tier 4. I think that he's tier 4. However, with the idea that he's a Black Saiyan and he has like the entire Vegito engine, he has potential. As long as we don't keep getting Black Xeno Vegetos, he has potential to be better at some point. Because like Black Saiyan trait currently means a lot in the game, and with him just being able to play off-color Vegetos and stuff, he has potential to be much better at some point, definitely. And now the final one is Expert Android 21, and I think that this one is also just like the definition of like pilot skill, and that's it. You know, like you either know exactly what you're doing with this deck, and it's like the best deck in the game, and you will beat your opponents, and you will top events, and you will feel awesome, or you don't really know what you're doing at all, and you're just gonna get clapped. Like you really, really, really need to know what you're doing, because by now everyone knows what you're doing. So I think it's one of those pilot skills deck. This one tops, I think, almost every event. Or every other. There's like one somewhere, usually in the top 8. It performs better than the other one by far. It performs better outside of America than the other one. But it's really pilot skill dependent. I think it's definitely not an easy deck to play. But so can Cumber. So yeah, that's the tier list, guys. So let's go quickly over it. At the very top we have Magenta, and then we have Invoker, and then we reach to the rest. There is nothing in tier 0 that should be banned at the moment. Nothing that's game breaking. There are things that should be banned. Then we have like the yellow package here, the big 3, tier 1, and then like these guys, and you can move the first 2 around, and these guys also fit somewhere in the first 2. And then I think that the rest is just like this, at like Super 17 here in Rogue. That's gonna be a wacky time to be alive. Yeah, that's gonna be a very interesting finals. So yeah, I think that's about it. How long have we been streaming now, man? Alright, cool. 3 hours. Okay, yes. Yeah, it's definitely past midnight. It's time to go to bed. Yeah, guys, so, one second. Okay. So, thank you guys for joining us. We will be uploading this tier list in the next 24 hours. After the next 24 hours, we will be uploading it to YouTube. You rock. Thank you. Playing Gustav Go Bros is nice. Good night, buddy. Thank you. Great. Thanks, guys. So, I will see you, hopefully. Oh, bye. See you, Denzel. Sleep in it. Hopefully, guys, I will see you on Sunday. We're looking to bring you French regionals. We still need to negotiate the last couple of things for it. So thank you guys for joining us. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video, on the next live stream. See you guys.